with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, let's get
Coverage
it going.
of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
Yeah, let's kick it off that way. Let's get it going. Thank our sponsors for this fantastic weekend, live from Walk-Ons. I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin. And, man, this is a great spot to be watching the Ryder Cup. Even though the Europeans are winning 3-1 after the morning group. And now they are back out on the course, and it's all tied at 1 for the foursomes right now. But we'll keep an eye on the Ryder Cup, talk a little golf with you. And, of course, we're going to talk a lot of Arkansas-Notre Dame. Drove up this morning, a lot of traffic, a lot of people coming up for the game. I think it's going to be a great crowd. We know the weather's going to be awesome, and we're hoping the game is going to be awesome. With the way this season is going, why not? I mean, why not think it's going to be a close game? I mean, they played Ole Miss very close on the road, and I do think Ole Miss has got a good team. Now you're at home against another good team. Take advantage of it. Put together a good game. I have all the faith in the world that they're going to play well offensively. I truly do. They're going to move the ball. They're going to score some touchdowns. It's going to be limiting the mistakes. And then defensively, what can you do? I got to think, after a week of negativity, a week of everyone talking poorly about the defense, a week of hard practices, and I have been told from multiple people, it has been a tough week of practice, and the defense, they've been getting after them about pursuing the ball, chasing the ball, getting 11 guys. It has been a point of emphasis this week. I'm predicting the defense comes out and plays their best game so far against a real team, not counting what's happened in non-conference. I'm talking about what we saw against Memphis last week, what we saw against Ole Miss the week before. I think this defense is going to come out and play respectable. I don't know if it's in them to play good and to have one of those type of games like Tennessee last year, like Texas, or some of the other games that they played well in last year. I don't know if it's capable with this team, but I do think the defense comes out and plays much better this week and gives Arkansas a chance to win. But until I see it, again, Joe, I just don't trust it. I had somebody that I trust really well says I fully expect Arkansas to be in control of this game for about 4 quarters and lose by a field goal at the end of the game.
Well, we'll see if the defense does play a bit more inspired, and if that's something that leads to a more complete game from the team altogether. But that's what they're going to have to do to win this game. They're going to have a complete effort. It can't just be offense trying to outscore and control the game like that with offense only. Defense is going to have to show up and make some plays. And then offense, they're going to have to stay away from making mistakes that have been costly for them, especially in end-of-game situations. But what is it about the defense that gives you the feel that they're going to play better?
I think that their manhood has been challenged, Joe. I think as a competitor, when you've been embarrassed, when your effort has been called out, when the tape doesn't lie, I think you come back and you play like your hair is on fire. And honestly, Joe, I believe we see that. I do not think they're going to shut down Notre Dame. I don't even know if they're capable of doing that, if the talent is there in all 3 levels. I mean, there are issues with depth on the defensive line. There's issues at linebackers that they haven't played up to their standards, and we know there's issues in coverage. So I don't know. That's all I want to see. In my mind, I am fully prepared for Notre Dame to score close to 30 points or more. But I want to see a team defensively that is taking the game to Notre Dame. A team like I saw against Arkansas State, honestly. They came out, they were laying some big hits, they were aggressive. That's what I want to see on defense. I want to see an aggressive, attacking, swarming defense. And if you give up a big play here and there, I get it. Look, it may just be a talent issue. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to shut it down. All I want to see is a group playing hard, swarming to the ball, making tackles. There may be a guy gets open for Notre Dame. Look, they got some really good offensive players. They got some really good. Them to come to them. Out that as a competitor, they step up this week, and at least we see that part of the game being better.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what you said, though. We haven't seen it, so it's one of those things where you have to prove it to me, and then, maybe there's some belief. But it is encouraging to hear that they're trying to put things in place, and they're going about it the right way, putting a plan in place, talking to the players. But the players are the ones that have to go on the field and execute it. And there have been times that we'll see teams line up, and we know that there's better talent on one side than the other. And just looking at this game on paper, that's what you think of. You think of Notre Dame being the more talented, more complete team altogether. But Arkansas does have some intangibles there with the offense, the way that they're playing, Taylor Green, and then having home field for this game.
Yeah, that's got to come up big, too. I'm hopeful that Arkansas, look, they have. Arkansas's gotten off to hot starts in all the games, right? Scored in the first drive against Alabama A&M. Scored in the first drive against Arkansas State. Scored on the first. No, they missed the field goal against Ole Miss. And then last week against Memphis. Scored in like 3 plays with the tight end. So they have gotten off to big starts. So I hope Arkansas wins the toss and elects to take the ball and get off to that good start, get the crowd involved. And maybe if Notre Dame wins the toss, they elect to defer, and Arkansas gets the ball. I want to see Arkansas get the ball first, march down the field and score a touchdown, and get the crowd going. Get them off the feet, wake them up, and get them involved in the game early. And maybe that can spur on the defense and get a little something going early in that game. Because, look, I know it's an 11 o'clock game. People are still waking up, getting into the game, and it sure makes it easier to get involved as a fan when your team gives them something to cheer about. At 7 o'clock, those games, fans are ready to go. They are hyped, they are juiced, and they're making noise from the very beginning. Early morning games, sometimes it's up to the team to get the crowd involved. And that, to me, would be the best-case scenario for Arkansas. Get the ball, score first, get the crowd going, and make an impact when the Razorback defense comes out on the field for the first time, and see if they can't get a stop, get the ball back to Arkansas, and get a 2-possession lead. That would be ideal tomorrow morning. Did I lose you? Did we lose? Are we on the air? Back out. Oh, we're on. I guess I lost Joe. Joe, did I lose you?
I'm here.
Oh, no. Oh, well, I was talking to you, and I thought we were dropped off the air. Okay. All right, so we're at walk-ons today. We're going to hear from
we have
Andrew
some people that are
DePippa all
wanting to
throughout
get
the
in,
show.
so we're, they're excited about this game, and phone lines are going to be ringing.
Awesome. Let's do it. I do not have the call screen up if you want to go ahead and do that, and I'll work on getting that fixed from my end.
All right, we're going to talk to Alan in Conway. What's up, Alan?
Hey guys, how you guys doing? You know, I can't help but to say it. Maybe I'm optimistic, but you can use the words ifs and buts and all that kind of stuff, but it wouldn't really be too much of the imagination. This team could really be right today, 4-0.
Yeah, Alan, that's one of the things we've talked about this week. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to making mistakes, fumbles, late in the game. But this is a team that's been doing that now for a couple of years. So at what point can you say they're going to quit doing that? Because they've been doing it. Yeah. That's who they are. That's what I hate about it. Yeah, they are so close to being 4-0, but that's who they are. They've been a team that bites themselves, that hurts themselves with mistakes in games that they should have won and could have won.
Have to agree with you. Just have to agree with you. But, wow, unless we know that there is hope, but maybe not with this coaching staff, but there is some hope with the team because it could easily be 4-0 right now. My goodness.
Oh, Alan, you're right. There is hope. They can win this game tomorrow easily. But they got to go I don't want to say they don't have to play perfect, but they can't turn the ball over three times. They can't turn the ball over 2 times. They've got to win the turnover battle. And offensively, because of a poor defense, you've got to take advantage of every opportunity you have, or almost every opportunity. And so that's where the turnovers are so huge. So if you can tell me right now the offense isn't going to turn the ball over, I'll go place some money on Bet Saracen for Arkansas to win this game outright. But you can't guarantee me that. Nobody can.
Look, it's a possibility. It's that they might not turn the ball over.
There is a possibility. I would say, given the track record of this team, it's a low possibility.
Look, thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for the call, Alan. Let's go to Tyler. He's in Benton. Tyler, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. I think we just see a little bit more effort, a lot more hustle. You know, that's going to change some things. And also, Wes, I was able to catch your show after the game last week and then again on Sunday with the kicker from Atlanta. Great show. I wish you all the success. I really enjoy watching your podcast there. So you guys keep it up. You've got the best show during the day. And I just want to see us and Notre Dame their third loss tomorrow.
Tyler, thank you for the call. Thank you for the compliments. And I'm with you. I do, too. Now, just because I'm saying I don't think Arkansas wins doesn't mean I'm hoping they lose. I want them to win. Joe, our life will be so much better for these 3 hours for the next 2 weeks if Arkansas is coming off of a win. It gives everybody a little glimmer of hope that maybe that's the game that turns this season around and they can go to Tennessee and build on it the following week. If they lose this game, the next 2 weeks suck because you're talking about negativity and all that for 2 solid weeks before they can change the narrative. So, yes, I will be in the stands tomorrow, and I will be hoping, and I'll probably be yelling for a Razorback win because our life, this show, will be a lot more fun for me personally.
Well, if they win, it'll be different. That's what would be – it would be different. So if they lose, it's kind of like this is what was expected, and it would be the same. It's been a certain way for the past couple of weeks, and it would continue to be that way. It would be nothing that would change, but a win would bring about change and a difference.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking about losing. I really am. Let's go to Heath. He's in Cabot. What's up, Heath? A little early today.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Oh, man, I'm been out enjoying this weather. I wanted to call in real quick. I got a lot of stuff to take care of before we make the drive in the morning because we'll be at the game. And we'll be on the visitor side, of course, Wes. So as you're cheering and hoping and yelling for a Razorback win, I'll be doing the same for the Irish. Listen, I think the main thing that separates these two teams, I love the fact that everybody keeps saying that Arkansas could be 4-0. Well, Notre Dame could be 3-0 right now. They're 4 points away from being 3-0 against 2 probably potential playoff teams. So that being said, I go back to the belief system that Marcus Freeman has instilled in the Irish, because every player on that team, they fully believe that they're going to win out and make the playoffs. I mean, they do. I don't even believe that, but they do. I'm telling you, that's the difference in these two teams. And I got to tell you, listen, all I've been hearing for the last 2 weeks is we want Pittman gone, Petrino, the interim head coach, we got to fire Williams. Just a lot of negativity, and I got to believe that bleeds off into a locker room. And I'm not saying it's turmoil, of course, but I'm fully expecting Arkansas to come out and put forth a good effort. But I just feel like, Wes, if you're going to bet on this game, man, I would bet Notre Dame, and I'd bet them to cover, because there's no margin for error, and they know what they got to do to take care of business. Because if they lost tomorrow, they're done, and I don't believe they're going to lose, and I'll be there watching it. Love the show, guys. Appreciate it.
You bet, Heath. Have
Appreciate
a safe
it,
trip up to Fayetteville. Look, the no-brainer, to me, it's an easy bet. You bet on Notre Dame. That's easy, right? But I said that Monday when the line came out. It scares me because the no-brainers are never no-brainers. When you think this is an easy bet, it's not. And so that's why it actually gave me a little hope that maybe Vegas knows something that we don't, because they've got it a lot closer than many people think. And I think the no-brainer might be the over, but I almost kind of talked myself out of that, because I think Arkansas might change the way they play a little bit offensively and slow down the pace, try to keep their defense off the field. And if the defense does what I'm thinking, and they played inspired this week, they'll keep Notre Dame from just rolling and scoring 50, 40 points, and can keep that, Notre Dame Fighting Irish around 30. That said, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching this game. I'm going to just sit back and enjoy it. Let's go to Rick. Rick is joining us a little early, too. What's up, Rick?
Yeah, I usually call in about 2, but I got all my chores done early. And, of course, I always start listening with my radio blaring. But I still got some tears. I just don't think we got it defensively this year. Because, when the season, before it began, I already put my $200 that the Hogs will win 5.5, so that means I got to win 6 games during the regular season. I just don't see it with this defense. And special teams, with the kicker and all that, I don't know what happened on that. But, hey, do you see us still winning 6? Now, be realistic, not hoping. Not hoping. Do you still
I would
see
tell
us
you, Rick.
winning 6 games? Yes, sir.
I would say this Notre Dame game is very important for you to get to 6 wins. If they win this game
I
and
didn't
get to
have
3
them.
wins, and they're. You want me to talk? I'll finish. I think if they can get to 3 wins here and they have this long homestand, I mean, you're looking at coming back after Tennessee in the bye. You got 3 straight games at home. Very important 3-game stretch. I think there's still a chance for your bet in the 6 games. I don't think it's over yet, but this Notre Dame game is very important.
Did y'all make some kind of bets like that, or am I out there on my own?
I did not.
I hit 400 last year on 4.5, but I said 5.5.
I am optimistic, Rick, and always will be an optimistic person. And as long as there's an opportunity, if they're 2-8 or 2-6, in my mind, I'll still think, they can win the Final Four and go 6-6, and you got a chance. So I won't say you're done until they got 7 losses. Just hang in there. But this game is very big for that bet. We got to run. We got to get ready. Thank you for the call, Rick. I hope you have a great weekend. We got to get ready for Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. He joins us every Friday at 1:30. He's got some picks he wants to discuss. We'll see how Savage. Sorry, we got to run. I'll hit you later if you want to hold in there after we get Lee Sterling on. But he's on the timeline. We'll get him in here next. We have a busy day planned. We got Sullivan coming up, Neil Atkinson. Joe and I are making picks, and we're going to talk about the big weekend at Walk-Ons and some of the things that they're doing all over the state. We are just getting started. Hope you can hang out with us for a while. Stick around. This is Out of Bounds live at Walk-Ons.
Get in the conversation with life and feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
This is Sports Center.
Last night on Thursday Night Football, the Seahawks took down the Cardinals on a walk-off 52-yard field goal from Jason Myers. With that win, Seattle is now 3-1 on the season. In the Major League Baseball playoff race yesterday, the Mariners clinched a bye when the Tigers beat the Guardians, while in the National League, a playoff matchup was solidified as the Cubs and Padres will play in the wild card. Home field advantage is still up for grabs, but the Cubs have a 2-game lead with 3 games left to go. The Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 8-0 to clinch the NL West title for the 12th time in 13 years. Shohei Ohtani hit his 54th home run of the year, tying his career best. And in college football tonight, 2 ranked teams will be in action. 8th-ranked Florida State will face Virginia at 6 on ESPN, while 24th-ranked TCU will take on Arizona State at 8 on Fox. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Hi. This is Ted Upshaw from Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. Let us bring our over 30 years of experience to your next project. We are certified shingle masters, licensed, bonded, and insured. Are you one of the thousands of Arkansans who has received a non-renewal notice from your insurance company due to the age or condition of your roof? We can help. We offer multiple financing options, from help with your deductible all the way down for zero down for the entire project. Call today for your free evaluation, 501-621-0500, or visit us at accountablerr.com.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Let's get a good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, Steve Fisher in Stuttgart, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff today.
Big savings are rolling now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the $7,500 EV tax credit before September 30th. Drive a 2026 Trax or Trailblazer for just $249 a month, or save up to $13,000 on new Silverados. Plus, we're paying up to 20% over Kelley Blue Book for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And right now, you can get it all with no payments until 2026. Stop by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville today. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Go to The Warehouse, 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot, Arkansas's trusted source for quality flooring, including SPC, vinyl, waterproof flooring, starting at materials and unbeatable prices. Contractor, home builder, or DIYer, we've got what you need in stock and ready to go. Go see the Flooring King, The Warehouse at Natural State Wholesale, building better naturally.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
All right, welcome back. We are live at Walk-Ons today. Glad you're with us. I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin, and we got Lee Sterling from ParamountSports.com. He joins us now on Out of Bounds. And Lee, it's a huge weekend up in Fayetteville. We got great weather, and we're going to have a great crowd tomorrow morning with Notre Dame coming to Arkansas. Let's start there. What do you think about this game of a couple of teams with the play here or play there? This could be like one of the best games in the country tomorrow. Instead, it's a team that's 1-2 and another team that's 2-2.
Yep. Yeah, I think both teams are really talented, but that's the difference a lot of times, making plays. And Arkansas was not able to do it. I thought once they got the lead last week, might be able to put into overdrive and run away with the game, or at least win the game by 7 to 10 points, but we're not able to do it. What's interesting about Notre Dame, C.J. Carr really getting better. He had the highest quarterback rating, 93.4, in last week's win over Purdue. I checked that since 2014 of any Notre Dame quarterback. So that's why they didn't go in the portal here. Their defense, that's been their problem. They're allowing 32.7 points per game, 289 passing yards per game. They only have 4 sacks through 3 games. They did lose their nose guard, which I think has been a problem. They generated 40 sacks last year, but they play some tough teams. Let's be honest. Texas A&M, I don't think, believe it or not, has played even close to their best game, and Miami played well in that game. So really only one cupcake have they played so far, but that sounds like bad news against Arkansas, getting very little pressure, but that's 15th nationally here in pass defense. Arkansas can't stop anyone either, allowing 36.5 points here to 2 Power 4 opponents. Home field should help early, but I just think Taylor Green's just too mistake-prone here. I like the Irish 38-28.
Tennessee hitting the road.
Lee, a lot of people around here are really on the over because of the defenses and the other 2 offenses. Does that attract you at all?
You know, I think you got to look at it and something to look at, but I think I think they got it priced right. I got to be honest with you on the total. Now, when I look at Tennessee, I'm saying to myself, okay, they're a little over a touchdown favorite. Last year in this game, they were a 26-point favorite. They didn't cover, but just shows you how far Mississippi State has come here. So I'm impressed with Mississippi State. They're 4-0 straight up and against the spread. Very impressive so far, but they have a bunch of guys, and they have one guy, their running back, Fluff Bothwell. He's all first name, first team is Fluff here. A lot of guys like him have played well, but they have never played an SEC game. So a bunch of transfers, and I think that matters for something. These Tennessee kids, I think that they should have won that game against Georgia. I thought there was probably 10 or 12 plays in that game. If one of them go their way, they're a winner. So if they had won that game, this line might be double digits. Joey Aguilar has played well here, and just think that they're going to be able to keep it close for a while, will safety, but I think Tennessee just has 2 big play potential here. Give Mississippi State, like I said, they lost a couple really good receivers and have done a good job so far, but it's going to be tough unless they don't turn the ball over at all. They're going to have a tough time covering. I like Tennessee 35-25.
Ole Miss hosting LSU this week, and this is a close line. It has been since the time it was put out there. What do you think, Ole Miss and LSU?
So I do believe that Trinidad Chambliss is their guy. If he wins this game, he is going to be entrenched as a starter. I know that Lane Kiffin's saying differently, but the bottom line here is if he's a winner, it's going to be tough to take him out of the lineup. I think the best of the 4 units is this Ole Miss offense. But the LSU defense isn't far behind. I think their offense with Garrett Nussmeier is there due to explode. And this is the type defense where I think they can do it. They could, Ole Miss defense giving up 33.5 points on average in the 2 SEC games. I think that this might be the game where Lane Kiffin, if he falls behind by 7 or 10 points, middle of the third quarter, he's going to take a shot on fourth down or a couple times or try a trick play. And this is the type of game that could blow up in his face here. I think class prevails here. LSU, 34-28.
All right, let's go to Texas A&M, Auburn. Auburn coming off of a tough loss at Oklahoma, some controversial calls. And A&M, we were talking about them earlier, taking on Notre Dame earlier.
Yep.
Who you like in this one?
So I think A&M's really good, and I don't think we've seen their best game yet. The addition of Mario Craver, who I thought was good, to being a superstar has shocked even me. He's got 20 catches for 443 yards and 4 touchdowns. And we knew Casey Concepcion was good. I mean, he has 13 for 237 and 3 touchdowns. They, right now, they might be the best, or right up there, certainly in the top 5 as far as duo, as far as wide receivers in college football. They are getting down the field on long crossing patterns and also takeoffs, posts, and corners. Why? Because the offensive line's giving them time. And the average person won't look at this, they'll just look at the offensive line. One of the main reasons that A&M has only given up 2 sacks, their running backs, watch them in pass protection. Their top 2 guys, they will blast linebackers or DBs if they try to blitz. So the best blitz pickup running backs I've seen in college football this year. That plays a difference in this game. Then Jackson Arnold, you got to feel for this kid. He gave it his all last week. He's just not quite good enough to take over a game, and then he was sacked 10 times. So mentally and physically, after playing his old team, now he's got to go home beaten up and mentally exhausted, practice all week, get on a plane, and play another really good team in front of over 100,000 fans. I don't think they're going to be able to get up and do it here. A&M 31-20.
2 teams that are used to being at the top of the conference in standings, Georgia, Alabama.
Wow. I mean, you guys remember the Alcoa fantastic finishes?
Yeah.
Anyone? Bueller? No? All right. So maybe I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
This ask some people, back in the day, they used to have Alcoa. I think it was a recycling company, and they used to sponsor the greatest game of the weekend. We saw it last year with Alabama, Georgia, in my opinion. We could see it again here. These 2 teams are evenly matched. A lot of people thought this line was going to be 4.5, 5, but if they did that, people are going to jump all over Alabama. They're begging you to play Georgia, but I don't think Georgia is – I think they're really good. I don't think they're next level. The line will tell you what they've done over the last year and a half. Since the first game last year, they're 3-12-1 against the spread. So I think Ryan Williams and his other 2 starting wide receivers are going to do some damage here on this Georgia secondary. Jam Miller comes back. I mean, Georgia's game, the game's at home. I mean, picking against a team that's won 33 at home, that takes some real you-know-what. I like Alabama. Team favored. Bama, 27-26, and then Alcoa, fantastic finish.
Got them outright, winning between the hedges. All right. Let's talk about South Carolina, Kentucky.
Yep. So this game, I'm calling my future fired coaches bowl. Whoever loses this game, I think there's a good chance they're done. Not entirely their fault, but both teams need to spend some money in the arms race if they want to stay out of the cellar here. And South Carolina, they were ranked 11 just a couple weeks ago. Kentucky going to play with a backup quarterback. So this is a big game for both teams here. You want to get it for free, be one of the first 10 callers. Call 800-400-9741. First 10 callers will get South Carolina and Kentucky on me. And since Sunday, we've won all 6 of our NFL games in a row. So anyone wants to hop on board and give us a shot, if they use coupon code SAVE100, they can get every single from tonight all the way through Monday night, probably 13 to 15 selections. So use coupon code SAVE100. We call it September to Remember special. Or you want to try us out just for the NFL, 5 for $55, and There's even a UFC card going on Saturday night from Perth, Australia. We've won 13 of the last 16 cards. 7 selections there, just $37. Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
The dude is red hot, 6-0 in his last 6 NFL games. He is Lee Sterling. It is ParamountSports.com. Lee, thank you for your time. Best of luck this weekend.
All right, guys. Take care. Be safe.
See you, man. Lee Sterling. I just realized, talking to him, Joe, my delay is really, really, really slow. I'll try to give you plenty of time before I step in there and give you a hard out, because it is it's lagging right now.
Yeah, that's what usually happens, and we know that those are things we have to deal with, but we work through them. So that's what we're dealing with, and we'll keep working.
All right, coming up, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on here at Walk-Ons. We'll talk more Arkansas, Notre Dame. We'll take some more phone calls, 661-1037. I'll check out the D3 Auto Sales text line. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Hey Arkansas, it's Terry Harrison at the Big Lot, where you'll find the biggest selection, the biggest savings, and now you'll find Big Steve Landers.
That's right, Arkansas. I'm back in the car business at the Big Lot. Don't be confused. The real Steve Landers deals are at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
Come see me and Big Steve at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alco Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton. Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oakland Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oakland Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Volkswagen of Little Rock is committed to delivering a car buying experience that's grounded in expertise, integrity, and respect. From the moment you arrive, our team is here to help you find the right fit. Whether that's the versatile Tiguan, the all-electric ID4, or one of our thoroughly inspected pre-owned models, we take pride in providing a low-pressure, informative environment where your questions are answered and your time is valued. Visit Volkswagen of Little Rock today or begin your search anytime at www.vwoflittlerock.com.
I think my kid has what it takes to be a great college athlete.
Don't delay. Call Jay. Jay has represented 4- and 5-star athletes, serving all your NIL needs with a little extra. 501-951-1333. Don't delay. Call Jay.
You've heard the phrase all hat, no cattle. Well, Whataburger's new Bacon Wrangler Double is anything but. It's got beef that's never from the freezer, always hot off the grill. Monterey Jack and American cheese, bacon, crispy onions, chipotle aioli, and pickles. You might even say it's all cattle and a hat. A 5-inch bun hat, cowboy. Introducing the new Whataburger Bacon Wrangler Double for a limited time. What a burger.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile.
Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king, yo. It's about a thing, feel real good, wave your hands in the air.
Coverage of the Arkansas Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
All right, welcome back. Got to have those sponsors, and big thanks to the sponsors, and big thanks for Walk-Ons having us up here. All the shows today, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Joe, I got some their new chicken nachos. Dude, they were so good. So good. Andrew DePippa's with us now, hanging out, talking a little bit about the menu, the sports, what do you call it, the sports menu?
Well, it's our game day menu.
Game day menu.
Yeah, the fall game day menu. So we brought out an appetizer sampler that has our cheeseburger sliders, hand-rolled cheese logs, hand-cut boneless wings, classic chicken nachos, buffalo chicken nachos, and then some new additions to the queso as well, where you can add boudin or shrimp to the queso. The boudin queso is off the charts. And so new cocktails for this fall as well, the Player's Punch, a Walk-On's Whiskey Sour, and a new Strawberry Mule as well. So all those in addition to what we're doing this weekend here in NWA, where Rogers and Fayetteville will have a breakfast/brunch menu for the Notre Dame game. We're opening at 9 a.m. For something we've never done before. So 9 a.m. in Rogers and Fayetteville only, but we'll have breakfast burritos, breakfast sliders, French toast, scrambled egg, and cheese plate, and then also our Hog Wild, which I'm going to bring out to you guys in a little bit. It's going to be a new drink that we have just for Razorback games and what we'll do. So
it's a good morning drink.
It's a good anything drink. I think the last time we rolled it, when we were here last time, I think Acree looked at me and said dangerous when he had it. So it's one of those. It's going to be kind of an elevated Long Island iced tea with the watermelon Red Bull, topped on top as well.
Nice.
So it's a game changer for sure.
We're talking with Andrew DePippa. We're here at Walk-Ons in Fayetteville. Do you think this is something you could do at other locations, the brunch I'm talking about in the future? Because I think it's a great idea. I'm a brunch guy, and sometimes it's hard to find a good brunch.
And that's kind of where we're going with this, is that what we did is we did a catering with some of these burritos that we did before, and it kind of got us thinking that, this is a space that we could live in, and why not try to own this space? So this is kind of an alpha test right now in these locations. We thought with the Notre Dame game, tons of people, let's try it out here, and then we do believe we can expand this into a thing where we'll have a brunch space. I forgot to mention as well, tomorrow we're doing $3 mimosas and $5 Bloody Marys as well for the morning drinks as well. So I do think that you're going to see this for our brand, kind of a trailblazer, I guess. Got my hand slapped a little bit on this deal, but we do believe this space could live in all our locations. And to your point, there's not a lot of brunch places that are really doing what we do, how with our setting. So we think that we can try this out and see where it goes.
And being a sports bar, that sometimes there are sports on early in the morning, or you're getting ready for an event at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. So 11 a.m. kick, why not do that? think about Ryder Cup this morning, think about World Cup, right? Those games, there's stuff that happens 7, 8 in the morning.
European football games.
Absolutely.
We got the games overseas. I guess Sunday we'll have the Steelers.
So we're trying. So this is a space that I think we're going to live in. So TBD, and stay tuned to see if we change some of that. But we believe this is going to be successful.
What's it like after the game here? I would think walk-ons will be a great thing to do after a 2:30, 3 o'clock. You get out and thinking about evening, somewhere to go watch the other football games.
Absolutely. So it'll be, typically most game days fill up before, during, and then after. So this location in particular will be absolutely packed, especially with where we're set. All locations will be busy after the game as well. So we'll have on, and not because it's not just Arkansas and Notre Dame, but we'll have every game on that you want to see. So Ole Miss, LSU, all the big matchups, Penn State, Oregon, all that will be on. Every location has 60 plus TVs. This location in particular has 87. So you're going to have TV wherever you want to sit to see any game you want. Right now we're looking at Ryder Cup on every TV you want to see right now. So yeah, every game day is jammed.
I'm very familiar with the West Little Rock location, and I walk in, I was like, this looks like the West Little Rock location. It's very similar.
That's right. There's some small nuances that are a little bit different. Little Rock location was a, we rebuilt that location, but most stay similar, look the same, so you have the same type of feel. And obviously the menu's going to be the same, so you got the same atmosphere wherever you go.
What's tomorrow like for you and walk-ons?
It's been a weekend already, so we'll have a busy night tonight here. We've got the Walmart Amp Show, John Party in the Rogers location, which will be 3 nights in a row there, so that'll be jammed. We've got concessions tomorrow that we do in the stadium as well. We're feeding one of the alumni associations. We're also feeding Notre Dame post-game meal. So let's just say the weekend looks long, which is great.
What do y'all feed Notre Dame post-game?
They are a mixture of the classic cheeseburgers, some grilled chicken sandwiches, and some buffalo chicken wraps is kind of what the gist of what they requested.
So, no pork, thankfully.
Nope, there actually is no pork on that order.
That's good.
It's not uncommon for us to feed we obviously feed the Razorbacks all the time as well, and so nutritionists kind of talk to each other, and so they'll call us when they come in town. Missouri does it a lot. We've done Tennessee before, so we're familiar with feeding the post-game meal as well. So just a busy weekend all around, which again, good for everybody involved. Just not a lot of sleep.
How do you feel about tomorrow?
I'm one that probably gets criticized for this, but I am closer to the team than most, and I think tomorrow is going to be our best effort of the year. I think it has to be, frankly. And the team does like each other. They are bigger than they have been, and can they make those mistakes that they've made the last 2 weeks? They can't. But I think tomorrow's going to surprise people, and I know that you're one that does not think they have a chance, and I can't fault you for that.
Well, I didn't say not a chance.
Yeah, but not going to win. Yeah.
Are they going to turn the ball over tomorrow?
If they don't, they win.
I agree with that statement.
If Taylor Green can keep it clean with those few, and obviously the fumbles are something that's talked about on talk radio all week this week. But if they don't turn the ball over, I really do think they got some juice, and I think that's going to be. And I think it's going to save the season, frankly.
Yeah. So. I just can't go out on the line and say they're not going to turn the ball or they're going to win the turnover battle. I'm not going to say perfect game, but maybe you turn it over once, but you get 2. I can't predict that because they haven't shown me that.
And that's fair.
And if it happens, though,
great.
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
I think they do win the game if they win the turnover battle.
They have to.
And I'm going to be very disappointed if we don't see their best effort to date defensively because they've been talked about. They know what they see the tape.
There's no doubt.
I hope they're embarrassed. And so you would expect as a competitor, and then other coaches, which I'm told they love, they're gonna have their best performance to date. If we don't see that, then I'm gonna be very disappointed, and then I'm gonna be worried about the team.
I cannot disagree with you there. I think that if there's any time as a competitor to bring it, it's got to be tomorrow with everything going on from the opponent, the caliber of the opponent, the timing of the season, what's going on right now currently. It's just, it's important.
We got a lot of folks driving up from Central Arkansas, Little Rock, all over Arkansas right now hopefully listening to us,
That's
looking
right.
for a place to come this weekend, Walk-Ons is the best bet.
Walk-Ons is the place to be, whether you're in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, even Texarkana. 11 to midnight tonight and tomorrow, 11 to 11 Sunday through Thursday. We'll have all our specials that we just talked about, from our new limited time offers to our classics that you guys have come to know. So, come see us, and there's no better place to watch a game. I know everyone says that, and some people have decent places to watch games. I'll give it that. There's no better place to watch a game than Walk-Ons and the TV setup that we have.
What time do you open in the morning?
9 a.m. in Rogers and Fayetteville, 10 a.m. in the rest of the locations. So they'll be open earlier than normal.
Gives you a little chance to get in, get you a little something, and get seated.
That's right.
Get ready for the game to start.
Get your table, get your seat set up. You will be able to see the game, hear the game. It'll be on all the TVs that you want.
Somebody on the D3 Auto Sales text line suggested, here's a great name, Walk-Ons, Razorback Stadium. I think they're wanting y'all to buy the stadium rights.
Well, one of the misconceptions, I will say this, is we appear to be a huge corporation, which is just not true. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but we're a local franchise group, and so we're locally owned and operated. We're not based out. We're not some home office is not some. Home office is me. That's I'm actually the HR department for these restaurants. So we're locally owned and operated. The franchise owner, his wife is a graduate of the U of A. His son's a graduate of the U of A. Yes, we're in Louisiana and Arkansas. Our group is, but sometimes people think that we have this big conglomerate when it's actually just three of us that kind of do this. So, but yeah, I would love to have the naming rights. I mean, someone needs to.
Yeah.
I wish we could have those funds.
Zach in Palestine said, thank you, Signal Media, The Buzz. These are some dang good tickets. Zach won some Razorback tickets for tomorrow, thanks to you guys.
Well, he was here.
He was here.
That's the craziest thing. So he was listening via YouTube on the app, and he got paired up with Christian, which imagine that. Yeah, but yeah, he won the tickets. He was here.
That was awesome. All right, we'll talk to you in a bit. Thank you, Andrew, for having us here. We got to take a break. Hour number 2 is coming up. Steve Sullivan in the studio after the Razor Hog update.
David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has Fantasy, Hot Spring, and Caldera hot tubs in stock on the showroom floor and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville also carry Corona Spa chemicals and frog systems, the same that I use in my hot tub. It's also that time of year for tailgating and watching the hogs outdoors. Luxury Pool and Spa carries Polywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around fire pits on those cool nights watching your favorite game. Check them out online, luxurypoolarkansas.com.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Beechwood Hospitality presents coverage of the Dallas Cowboys on 103.7 The Buzz. Beechwood Hospitality, the leader in hotel property management.
Why so serious? Sports talk and entertainment. Let's put a smile on that face. 103.7 The Buzz.
North Little Rock police are investigating a shooting that sent a woman to the hospital. Police say she was shot on Parkdale Street in the Rose City neighborhood at around 8:15 last night. Police have not given any possible suspect details at this time. And Little Rock police arrested a man for murder. 19-year-old Markel Wiley is accused of killing 46-year-old Anthony King. King was shot on Geyer Springs Road on September 6th. He died this week. Wiley is now facing a first-degree murder charge. And Pine Bluff police are still searching for a murder suspect. And now his mother is facing charges. charges. 25-year-old Thomas Johnson is accused of killing 29-year-old Jimmy Epperson on South Missouri Street on Tuesday night. Johnson's mother, Sparkle Bankston, is now charged with hindering apprehension. There's a $1,500 reward for anyone who has information that can track Johnson down. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Gary Burton Jr.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A nice sunny day with a high of 82 degrees this afternoon and a north wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, the wind becomes calm, will be clear, it'll get cool, dropping to 60 in Little Rock with some patchy fog Saturday morning. And Saturday will be a mostly sunny day and a high of 83. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
Hi, I'm Trey Reed from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, inviting you to join me every Wednesday morning for the latest news from the great outdoors. It's brought to you by Arts Marine in North Little Rock, now under new ownership, but with the same familiar faces and incredible service you've known for years, plus the area's best selection of boating parts and supplies.
Big savings are rolling now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the $7,500 EV tax credit before September 30th. Drive a 2026 Trax or Trailblazer for just $249 a month, or save up to $13,000 on new Silverados. Plus, we're paying up to 20% over Kelley Blue Book for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And right now, you can get it all with no payments until 2026. Stop by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville today. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply, see dealer for details.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is Mexican chicken for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted corn and black beans for $4.99 per pound.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over 10 years ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison, Arkansas Municipal Equipment specializes in refuse and recycle equipment. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, and roll-off dumpsters. But they don't just sell it to you. You can get parts and service for all makes and models for refuse equipment. Their technicians travel the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
Let's talk numbers, because if you're a sports fan, you'll want to hear this. Flight by Yingling has just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's light beer that actually brings some game day flavor. Whether you're tailgating or watching from the couch, Flight delivers that crisp, refreshing taste without any of the baggage. College football and tradition go hand in hand, and there's no tradition quite like America's oldest brewery, Yingling. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Rich Eisen.
Teams just have to make, based on their situations, based on the reality, smart bets. And Jackson Dart appears to be a smart bet to have gone up and have drafted him. Because you can't sit around and wait, hey, if we don't perform very well with these veterans, you know, we're going to go back with Tommy DeVito again, with all due respect. And then we'll figure out the quarterback situation in next year's draft. Certainly when management has made it clear and fans have made it clear, like it's now rubber meeting road time for Brian Daboll and Joe Shane in the front office. And the smart bets were, okay, we're going to draft the kid. We'll see how far we can go with the veterans. And then what we're going to do is build this defense so insanely out that all we need to do is get about 2, if not 3 scores from our offense, and we're going to win more than not.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz. Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group. Razor Hog Update on Out of Bounds is brought to you by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, and just 95 calories. Pick up some for your next tailgate or watch party. Flight by Yingling. Brewed for fans who never settle. Yingling.
It's going to be a big weekend in Fayetteville. Not only you got Notre Dame and Arkansas, by the way, the line has gone up a full point from yesterday. Yesterday during our show it was 3.5. Today it's 4.5. I saw last night it was at 4, so it's trending up. Some of that late money coming in on Notre Dame, but Notre Dame favored by 4.5. The over/under is set at 64 on Bet Saracen. But tonight you have the Razorbacks baseball team playing at Baum Walker Stadium. Their red-white scrimmage.
That's right.
That gets started at 6 o'clock. You also have a volleyball game. Some of our friends from Central Arkansas are coming up to see that tonight. You got the game tomorrow, and then Sunday you got softball. Harding and Arkansas are playing their game. Right. They got rained out last weekend.
It is a jam-packed weekend in Northwest Arkansas for sure.
He is Andrew DePippa. We're at Walk-Ons, and it is going to be a big Razorback weekend in Fayetteville. If you're coming up, be sure to check out Walk-Ons in Fayetteville or Rogers. And if you want a little something early in the morning, a little brunch, they got you taken care of.
That's right. Rogers Fayetteville will have brunch starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Those locations only. But the other locations, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Conway, Texarkana, will all open early, just not at 9. But 9 o'clock in Rogers and Fayetteville for a special breakfast brunch menu coming up. So,
did you entertain the thought of a Sunday brunch for all the Razorback fans leaving their hotel and getting on the road, getting out of here?
I think that if someone comes up and wants that on Sunday, I think we'll be able to do it. So we'll be more than happy to accommodate for sure.
Oh, watching a little Ryder Cup also. That's one of the great things of being a walk-ons. It's on TVs everywhere. The Europeans dominated this morning, going 3-1. Kind of went the way I thought. Well, I say that. 2 of the matches went the way I thought. I was surprised Scheffler lost. Although you look at his record in team golf.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I think sometimes, when you're so individually focused, with that golf being the sport it is, it's tough to translate for some people.
Scheffler's losing right now also, by the way. He's losing to John Rahm and Sepp Straka. He's playing with J.J. Spawn. And they are down 2 through 9 holes. You got Griffin and DeChambeau up 1 on Tommy Fleetwood and Justin Rose. It was pretty cool. I think it was Griffin rolled in a long putt a few minutes ago for a birdie, and they started, they were chanting. Everybody was going crazy.
Yep.
Justin Rose came on top of him and made a long birdie putt to tie it, to keep it at 1. Maybe the surprise so far for me, Young and Thomas, they are up. Cameron Young, Justin Thomas, they're up 2 on Victor Hovland and Oberg.
Mm-hmm.
It is through 8 holes, and Patrick Cantley, Sam Burns, they're down 2 to Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry. Honestly, I think they've won the last 2 holes because that match was tied for the longest part. And now I just look up, and McIlroy just made a birdie putt, and they're up 2 holes to go.
Well, the U.S.
team, 2 holes with
the U.S. team better figure it out. If they don't get the morning right today, it could be.
They're down 3-1, and if it goes as is right now, it would be 5-3 after the day 1. But the Europeans firmly in control right now. I was looking Joe, do we have Sully? Is he in there? I can't see that.
He's right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, there he is. Sorry, I couldn't see you. What's up, Sullivan? How are you?
Hey, great. I broke in.
No, I'm glad to have you, man. I would have missed not having you if you didn't join us on a Friday.
Yeah,
let's. Our delay. You'll have to bear with me, Steve. Our delay's a little lagging. So
I've been there. That is no fun. No fun.
Hey, tell me, how do you feel about tomorrow?
Well, you guys were talking about the defense, maybe even being embarrassed. They were embarrassed after Ole Miss. I was anticipating better last week. I just don't want to see. I want to see from the defense is. I just don't want to see 60-yard runs, 50-yard plays. Make them earn it. That, like you said, you hate seeing a guy turn the corner and you're saying, "Whoa, he's gone." Where's the layers of defense? They just have not looked fundamentally sound. And I love Travis Williams. This is breaking my heart that this defense is playing so poorly. You know, but they are not a reflection of him. That guy's a high-energy guy, plays with a lot of spirit. And you know, you look last week. And, you know, they lost on a fumble. What's the only play you're seeing everybody run over and over and over? It's that quarterback carrying our 350-pound guy about 11 yards. Bruce said, how about tackling him instead of getting on his back? Tackle the guy.
And it was like a mosh pit. And, you know, when it first started out, I was like, oh, okay. You know, he's going to get 2 yards. And, and then it kept moving. And then he comes outside the pit. And he's one-on-one with a 390-pound guy and somehow carries him another 5 yards. I'm like, what the hell just happened here?
Yeah. It almost felt out of body.
Yeah.
It just felt like just a different universe.
That's been the question with this defense is what the hell happens after every series. I mean, it's been props to Quincy Rhodes. I think he's been a force at defensive end. He's forced hurries. He's got after the quarterback. Hey, not everybody gets better when you go from year to year, but he gets his first opportunity to be a full-time starter, and he has played really well at defensive end.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. 5 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss. He is also tied for the lead in quarterback hurries. So, you know, that was one of the big question marks for the defense. Who would replace Landon at the defensive end spot? Well, that question's been answered. You know, honestly, to me, the biggest disappointment is the linebackers because I thought, and many thought, that was going to be the strength of the team. And last week, they were non-existent.
Yeah, you almost hate to hate to see my mind go this way, but Sorey got probably paid last year very well. And, you know, and you hate to even put money into the equation, even think a kid is wired like that. But he just hasn't been the same player, and he's lost that kind of it factor. You know, he was like a missile last year. He would just go from the linebacker and just set his sights on a back and go in a direct line. Last week he got in the hole against that back and kind of froze before he hit him, and that's not the way he plays. He plays with just reckless abandon, and maybe he'll get back to that this week.
It's hard to believe, though, that some of these players, and, you know, it's easy to think that, but it's hard to believe that they would allow something like that to happen where it's like they get paid and then they're not performing. Yeah. Because he still has NFL aspirations.
That's exactly right. You know, but, hey, money affects people in every line of work. When you get paid, you know, some people have that inner drive that playing for the love of the game. Others, when they get the money, like K.J. Jefferson, I'm not saying that money was definitely the way that he went kind of south, but his game wasn't the same after that 9-win season when that was and he, you know, in the picture they painted him walking into games with his Louis Vuitton, you know, purse and everything.
It made it look bad.
Yeah, it just makes you, hey, that's what the NIL does. It makes you think like that, which is bad for the athletes and but because you're trying to search for a reason, why is this kid not the same player he was last year?
I got an idea because you said something, and I think you'd make a lot of sense. Last year, he played with aggressiveness, and he was attacking. Now, sometimes that got him in trouble because he was attacking the wrong spot, and I wonder if maybe they've been preaching so much to him to be more reactive, to not be out of position, to not overrun things, that it's it's made him a worse player by taking away his aggressiveness that made him such a a good player, although he made mistakes last year. He wasn't perfect, but he made a lot of tackles because of that aggressiveness.
Hey, and Baz even says, when you have they had a better defensive line last year. When you talk Landon Jackson, Eric Gregory, good defensive linemen keep people off the linebackers. And maybe his picture isn't as clear this year because that defensive line isn't as disruptive as it was last year. And you're trying to search for reasons. I mean, and that was the position that was supposed to be the strength of the defense. Dix, like a seventh-year guy, and Sori, a potential all-conference player, that they were supposed to kind of lead the way for the defense, and they've been a huge disappointment at linebacker.
Do you feel like the defensive back, you got any hope for this weekend? Because, look, Notre Dame and their quarterback, Carr, has been a very pleasant surprise. We just had Lee Sterling on, and he was giving us his quarterback rating for last week and how good it was. That's got to be very concerning, or at least it is for me.
Yeah, the one play that kind of sticks in my mind that gives me hope was Julian Neal. That was an incredible interception, and you heard all about how our size was going to make a difference. It was a good throw, and he went up and just took it away from the Memphis receiver. And how often do you see a Razorback actually play the ball in the air? They usually don't have, I'm telling the truth here, usually the back is to the quarterback and they're trying to defend the receiver, and a lot of time contact is made. But it was great to see Neal react to the football and make that interception.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You can probably count on one hand how many times you've seen an Arkansas defensive back turn around, look for the ball, go up and take the ball away and catch it like he did in that play. And remember, that was big because that came right after a Razorback turnover.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. And they exchanged turnovers right there, and that's one case of the defense stepping up and bailing out the offense. One of the few times in the last couple of games.
How about the kid from Maine, Smalls? I don't know how much he plays, and he's played well when he's played, but he's already forced 2 fumbles. I want the guy on the field. If this defense is going to give up yards, I want to make big plays. I want to force fumbles. I want to get interceptions. I would love to see a guy gain 40 yards and we strip him of the ball. And that goes for naught. But we're not seeing that with this defense. I want them with the aggression. You see Memphis at the end of the game. You see Ole Miss at the end of the game. I want to see this defense play with that kind of aggression, that they're picking at the ball where they bother the receiver or the ball carrier.
Steve, to answer your question, how much he plays, not enough. Because every time I see honestly, when he's in the game, he's making a play, and you're like, oh, that's that Shakur Smalls kid again.
Yeah, he's from Maine. That's his
problem. He's always around the ball.
He's from Maine. He's not the guy that you thought would pop in the secondary, but that's the only question I see is, you saw, was it last week at linebacker, Shaw did a lot of good things. Will he get more snaps this week? At this point, you've got to reward the guys who are at least making plays.
Yeah, at this point, you've seen enough through 4 games, and especially the last 2 games, that they are who they are. And if they're not getting it done, it's time to go to somebody else and at least give them that opportunity. And honestly, that's how it happened with Shakur Smalls. He got put in the game because someone was struggling, and he produced.
Yeah.
And you would think at this point they start giving him more snaps because he's earned it.
You got to reward that.
I just hope, big picture, that, I really felt leaving the Memphis press box that it was the beginning of the end for Sam Pittman. And I hope he's a survivor. I thought he was gone a couple of years ago after 4-8. He's still here, and he manages to, at the big moments at home, Texas, when they had Darren McFadden and Jerry Jones there, and people didn't think we had a chance in that game, beat Texas. Last year, you come up with that win against Tennessee. And I just wonder, is this guy a survivor, and he's going to pull himself out of this situation and beat Notre Dame? And then you have the he can go from the narrative then is we beat Notre Dame, we showed our ceiling, we could easily be 5-0 heading into that bye week, where you'd have a hard time pulling the trigger.
Steve, if you do win this, is it a type of game, in your opinion, that turns the season around?
I don't know if it turns the season around, but it changes the narrative nationally when people watch Arkansas on ABC tomorrow that they beat Notre Dame. People will be, taking a second look at Arkansas. This is a week-to-week deal. I look at Taylor, and he's fallen out of any Heisman consideration. I think if he plays well and Arkansas wins, we need a Taylor Green game where he plays well and he wins. Like Ole Miss, he throws for 300 yards, runs for 100, and he loses. Last week he puts up good numbers. They lose. We need a Taylor Green game where he goes lights out, and we say, man, Taylor Green won that game for us.
The unfortunate thing, Sullivan?
He hasn't had a chance.
He didn't fumble. He didn't fumble either one of those.
I know.
He hasn't played perfect.
Yeah, but he did
didn't
throw
have
that
the costly fumble at the end.
He did throw that interception that cost him at least a field goal, and he did take that sack, which cost him another field goal. So in his mind, he could have put that game away earlier. And I put a lot of pressure on Taylor because I think he's an unbelievable talent. I mean, he's just and he's a great kid. He's the guy you want as the face of your program. But darn it, you want him to have a Matt Jones game. Matt Jones played horribly in that Miracle Marco game, but he made those plays at the end of the game. And I want Taylor Green to have one of those games where we walk out of the stadium and say, we won this because of Taylor.
Well, sometimes the mistakes, they stand out more, and it seems like they outweigh the good play.
Yeah.
And because that's the lasting image that a lot of people have.
Hey, that's sports. Think about it. If we win at Memphis, you think anybody's talking about, like, the last play? They're talking about, how we bounce back after, the frustration of the week before. And there's none of the negatives. When you win a close game, it's all the positives. When you lose a close game, it's all the negatives. And this has been 2 weeks of just picking out the negatives, the defense, the turnovers. And, you need to change that narrative. I don't think the fan base can afford another game like that where we're in a position to win and they lose.
Guys, think back to Ole Miss. If they don't fumble and they score there, we're talking about how the defense finally made a stop.
Yeah.
Got the ball back, got a 3 and out. They did their job. Offense goes down and scores once again. Last week, we're talking about the adversity of this team overcoming 2 horrific calls, a collapse by the defense, but yet they still were good enough to overcome all of that and put together a drive at the fourth quarter, run out the clock and kick a field goal or score a touchdown at the end to win the game.
Yeah,
that's right.
And
the narrative's completely different.
And Bobby Petrino has done a great job with the offense, but he's got to be frustrated in the fact that they're putting up all these, the second straight year, you're getting so many yards and not really getting the reward in the points. And you're scoring in the first half, but your overall picture, they should be averaging about close to 50 points a game with as many yards as they're compiling in these games. And I think you can throw arrows at the defense because it's obvious, but this offense hasn't performed in the second half, and that's been obvious. And he's the type of guy that he searches for perfection, and he can't be happy with what's been going on in the second half.
Steve, we got a big Friday night of football coming up. I got to go out and watch North Little Rock and PA last night. And tonight, some really good games. I love the Morrilton-Greenbrier game. Greenbrier, chance for a little redemption. Of course, up here, you got Shiloh Christian going to Greenwood. That's a huge game. Bentonville is playing Harbor. And then Fayetteville is going on the road and playing Bentonville West.
Yep.
There's one other great game that I'm missing off the top of my head. I don't have my list in front of me.
I think that Morrilton game, Morrilton's been kind of a surprise. They got the coach's son at quarterback, a veteran team. Oh, no, they don't have a coach's son. No, that's what I was thinking of Stuttgart. But Inyak Hassan for Greenbrier has been incredible. And that game is going to be wild as far as points. Jack's going up to that game. I'm going over to Cabot and Christian, which I think is a huge game as far as both these teams are probably going to make the playoffs. Christian is much improved from last year, that this could be big for seeding later on. And you want to, if you're Cabot, you want to win. You're 0-3 against tough competition, but you want to win a game. But it's always a lot of fun on Fridays. It's conference time. The only thing that bothers me a bit is these 11 a.m. kickoff times. Then Channel 7 has a special from 9 to 11. So that means like a 5:15 or 5:30 departure. It's not bad going to the game because you're excited about getting there. It's like that halftime. when you're battling to stay awake when you're watching the band out there. But what a great
Sylvan
weekend.
Hills Marion.
Yeah.
Sylvan Hills Marion is the one I forgot.
Yeah, that's a test for Sylvan Hills. They've had a soft schedule. He's done a great job. He's got them believing. They think they're good, so we'll see if they can handle Marion tonight.
Yeah, Marion's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Buzz game of the week, you can hear it right here. Sylvan Hill, or Little Rock Christian Academy hosting Cabot.
Yeah.
Josh will be out there.
Love Kemp.
I agree with you. I think that's the game for the 3-4 seed in the 7-8 Central. Winner gets the 3 seed, loser's probably the 4 seed.
Yeah, I love Kemp Keller, the quarterback for Little Rock Christian. Jackson Ward, all their guys are back. You got about their whole offense back. And that doesn't happen much, and especially in the upper levels of high school football. And then you got Maddox McCrory on the other side for Cabot, and Cooper Powell. So Steve Powell's son is actually their tailback over at Channel 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I did not know that.
Yeah, personal interest there watching that game, and he's a rock'em sock'em old-fashioned back.
Yes. He is fun to watch run.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a great game over there. The two programs, I think Christian is fit for 7A this year. I know they lost to Shiloh, but I think they're going to be very competitive in 7A Central.
Cam Young just rolled in another birdie. He and Justin Thomas are up 3, so USA hoping to get some points on board this afternoon. Sully, we'll let you run. Have a safe trip up here to Fayetteville tomorrow, man. I hope I run into you.
Hey, good job on your podcast there. You've had us, boy, the guests. You've lined them up all week. Who's your booker? They're doing a great job.
That's me. It's me, myself, and I. A one-man show, but I appreciate you saying that. It's Steve Sullivan joining us. We got to take a break. When we come back, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen will be on board. We'll find out about all the prop bets they have for this weekend. They're just giving you free money. You have to take advantage of it and sign up for it. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds, live at Walk-Ons.
Join Roger Scott for game day watch parties at Boudreaux's Grill and Bar, 9811 Maumelle Boulevard in North Little Rock, and cheer on our team. Roger will have his bag of goodies, and Boudreaux's will have great food specials. The fun is at Boudreaux's and the People's Watch Party with your host, Roger Scott, and your fun and game station, 1037 The Buzz.
This is Sports Center.
All 4 Division I programs in the state will be in action on Saturday. We'll start with Arkansas, who is hosting 22nd ranked Notre Dame. It's the first ever meeting between the two programs. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. on ABC. Radio coverage will start on the Buzz at 7 a.m. with the Hog Wild Game Day show thanks to Mud Connections. Stay tuned after the game for the Fair Security 5th quarter postgame show. Arkansas State will face Louisiana Monroe at 2 o'clock. That game can be streamed on ESPN Plus and heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. Central Arkansas will play at Lamar at 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus. That game can be heard on the Point 94.1. Then Arkansas Pine Bluff will take on Alcorn State at 6 as well. And nationally, the biggest game of the week is 3rd-ranked Penn State hosting 6th-ranked Oregon at 6 o'clock. That game can be watched on NBC or Peacock. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
If I was a football coach wanting to motivate my team for the upcoming season, I'd load them on a bus and take them to Genesis of Conway. Let them know what winning looks like when you're committed to performance. You're going to find that commitment in every car you see and in every over-the-top service they offer. Oh, my team would be so fired up, they'd go undefeated. My offense would become known for their long drives, thanks to Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I want you to be sure and check out all the great deals. Go online. I love going on the hawkshomes.net website because you can check out their inventory dollars a square foot. You can choose from over 65 homes to choose from, And they can have your home delivered in 2 weeks if you choose one off the lot. Takes a little longer, but if you can dream it, they can build it. That's just how simple it is. If you can dream it, they can build it. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup, underpinning, central heat, and air. In Hawks Homes, if you need land, they can find it for you, no problem. They can help you find wherever you may want to live, and they'll get all the utilities, land prep, all that can be set up in one loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has Fantasy, Hot Spring, and Caldera hot tubs in stock on the showroom floor and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville also carry Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems, the same that I use in my hot tub. It's also that time of year for tailgating and watching the hogs outdoors. Luxury Pool and Spa carries Polywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around fire pits on those cool nights watching your favorite game. Check them out online, luxurypoolarkansas.com.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio.
Maybe it's me.
Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
All right, we're back. Live at Walk-Ons today. All the shows live at Walk-Ons. Randy will be up here in a minute. What is it, 2:30? Yeah, Randy will be here, I bet, within the next hour. Let's talk a little Bet Saracen. Neil Atkinson joins us. Hey, Neil, how are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm just ready for a weekend to overdose on football, baseball, golf, maybe even throw in a little WNBA playoff action in there too tonight, and just make it happen. And of course tomorrow, I mean, I'm just going to be glued to the bet ticker all morning long, and glued to the results and the score all afternoon. It should be a big day.
Well, the line is moving up. I've noticed it go from 3.5 to 4.5.
Yeah, it's wobbling just a little bit. It probably is not going to wobble too much more unless a breaking news story comes out. But yeah, I think it's pretty much locked in. We may adjust it a little bit if the liabilities get off on one side or the other. But we generally, especially on the Arkansas line, do not like to get off the consensus line for it because we want our bettors to feel that they're getting the best line that they can get in the state. So we kind of do that, but. I have some stats if you want me to share with you on how people have bet on Bet Saracen so far on the game.
Please.
Yeah, let's do
Alrighty.
it. Let's
well,
do it.
On the money line, we have 45% of the players have picked Arkansas on the money line, and 55% Notre Dame. And I think a little bit of that is a little bit value hunting there because you are getting plus odds on the money line right now of plus 165, 160. In that range right now. Then when we go to the spread, now this is kind of an eye-opener against the spread, and I went ahead and just used 4 as the average there. You have 87% of people are taking Notre Dame minus 4, minus 3.5, minus 4, and only 13% on Arkansas. And this is one I think I heard y'all hype and some of your picks have hyped. 95% of the money that we've taken as of 5 minutes ago was on the over. and 63 is the midline on that one there. So.
Now, lines move for different reasons, Neil, but this week, for this line specifically, this game, what's been some of the major factors in the movement going from 3.5, 4, and up and down?
Well, it was at 5.5. And when this line first came out, I think a couple of weeks ago, Notre Dame was actually minus 12.5. And of course, that's before they had their losses. This is one of the games that we had an early line out. So this line has had a lot of movement. The most significant line movement when it first was re-put back up on Sunday afternoon, it was at 5.5, and it went down. And I think that has a lot to do, and it went down a little bit more on Tuesday is when Notre Dame news came out about them tinkering and changing up in their secondary. So that was the biggest news correlation live movement that we saw earlier in the week. Other than that, it's just been people that different money is coming in, and we've just been going the liability back and forth. There really hasn't been any big news story. I mean, I think like last week when I gave the prediction from the model, and I'll be happy to give you the same model's prediction this week. I think some of the models in the model that I am are because they can weight them differently. And I have a seeking suspicion in one of these models that I'm looking at and how they did. They weighted Arkansas turnovers on, offensive turnovers a little bit higher than they normally would on a regular game. And I think people can kind of see why they did that. And I think that's just going to be the key to this particular game and the stats and see if it winds up with the modeling is whether or not they can stop the turnovers. And I think with the secondary and with the leaky defense that I've read on the analysis of Notre Dame, and their passing game's been inconsistent. There's an opportunity to put up a lot of points in this game, and I think that's being demonstrated by how many people are taking the over in this game.
We're talking with Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. Last week, Neil told us his computer model had it 33-32 Memphis. It was off by 1 point with each team. What does the computer model say this week?
The computer model says this week 36-23 Notre Dame. So,
and that's the one that's taking into account the turnovers.
Yes, that's the one that's counting the turnovers. Now, here's the eerie one. One of my secondary models that I like to look at and compare that weights things a little bit differently, maybe not so much the turnovers, and I think it adjusted better to the changes that Notre Dame made with the secondary and the performance they have put up in their efficiency numbers that we use. Now this is crazy. When I saw it, I go, "There's no way." It predicted a score of 33-32 Notre Dame, the exact same score as last week versus Memphis. My secondary model did. So those are two different models that I rely on, of course. But the game is not determined by a computer simulation. It is on the field. And if things are on the field and people play up to the potential, the models are going to be dialed in. You see that a lot more with the NFL, of course, because just the level of talent and just it's the NFL and not college kids against different levels of teams like we do. But yeah, the models start getting better as we go along in theory. But of course, you always have an outlier: turnovers, key injury early on, things of that nature. That 10 minutes into the game, you can just throw that model off the door because it's a completely different ball game based on the scenario.
Neil, on Bet Saracen, you can still make wagers towards Razorbacks regular season wins if you pick the exact number.
Yeah.
So you can see all those odds.
Yeah, we're calling if we can put up a market that's on a future and a season performance, we do it because that's what our customers ask for. So if our risk team is good enough is happy enough with doing it, and we've got the data, and like I said, we get more confident with our lines as the season goes on. So we keep putting all of that content up, and I don't know if you've noticed also is in addition to the double R props, which are extremely popular, we put some more individual scoring prop specials down there also for this particular game, just to give something other than it's on the regular menu. I hope you've noticed that under the regular college menu, we've expanded the amount of players that are being covered, where you can put them in your SGPs and parlays and things of that nature if you want to, compose your own parlays and not pick the double R specials. But I recommend people look at the double R specials because we do usually have a better price than if you put them together yourself. And also, it's real easy to shop, and we've got them all there in one place.
Got Neil Atkinson with us from Bet Saracen. Got the Cowboys-Packers coming up Sunday night. A lot of people in Arkansas will be watching that game. And look, folks, you got a chance for some free money if you go to the promo page and sign up for it on Bet Saracen. A 75% profit boost on that game, Neil.
Yeah, up to $25, and that's that game. We all know what happened last week. We all know what happened with the Packers last week. Matter of fact, the Packers last week whacked down a whole bunch of Survivor Series entries last week. That eliminated a whole bunch, and we had quite a few eliminate on the Dallas Cowboys versus Chicago. So I think they're both coming in after reeling losses, and I don't know if we queue up the Micah Parsons revenge angle on this particular game, but it being with the local bias that we have on the Dallas Cowboys, them getting anywhere from 6.5 to 7 points wherever it wobbles and winds up at before the game, giving Dallas 7 points at home is nothing a bookmaker in Arkansas likes to see because on any given Sunday anything can happen, and this is a big game, but as we know, CeeDee Lamb's probably not going to be playing, so there's a lot of factors in this particular game. But hey, what more can you ask for? Green Bay and Dallas on Sunday night to wrap up football NFL Sunday.
Neil, what kind of response have you seen with Ryder Cup? And you got USA there and trying to bring home the trophy. What kind of response have you seen with wagering options for Ryder Cup?
Well, of course, because of the point structure with the Ryder Cup, we were able to put up a bunch of really cool markets. But the only bad thing about that is you got to bet them before they all tee off and all the matches start. Now we do have some Ryder Cup matches going on right now. Like the outright winner, match 1, match 2, match 3, and match 4 matchups that you can bet right now. But the fun bets and the interesting bets like correct score and things of that nature, those will be up in between play. So with all the noise that we have with football this weekend, the last weekend of Major League Baseball of the regular season, golf, Ryder event's big. I think Trump even showed up at the event today, and that was quite the spectacle. So there's a lot of attention on it. But as far as betting opportunities, most of them are in between the rounds and in between the plays there. So, and of course, we're heavily, everybody's betting on USA. So, but right now, that Ryder Cup outright winner on the live bet, it was earlier today. USA was minus 155. Right now, Europe is minus 140, and USA is plus 150. So it looks like some of the matches are not going the U.S.'s way right now, currently at the moment. But hey, it's golf; anything can happen.
Yeah, hopefully some of our listeners were listening to me yesterday and put some money on Europe, because I tried to tell them it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good weekend for the Americans, and they are off to a bad start, down 3-1, and right now we got 2-2 in the afternoon matches. United States up 1 hole in one match with the Shambo's team. Justin Thomas is up 3 holes, but in the other 2, Europe's got a 3-shot lead with Rahm and Straka, and a 2-shot 2-hole lead with McIlroy and Lowry. So if it stands as is right now, it'll be 5-3 going into tomorrow.
Yep. So, yeah, and look at those live odds. I think Griffin and DeChambeau are minus 140 right now, and Rahm and Straka are minus 1,500. So, yeah, you're spot on with where they're at right now.
More wagering options right around the corner also, Neil, for NBA about to start, but NHL preseason wagering options are already there.
Yeah. Can we believe we're talking hockey already? I mean, we got NHL hockey preseason that is on the site tonight. So we've got that. Don't forget the WNBA playoffs tonight too. You got the Aces and the Fever. I think the Aces are on the road at the Fever. The Aces are favored by 3.5, and then the Minnesota Lynx and the Phoenix Mercury. You've got both road teams are actually favored tonight. The Minnesota Lynx are favored by 4.5. So you've got that, and I almost don't want to bring it up. Major League Baseball. Baseball bettors are very, very analytical. They know their stats. They know their players. And believe me, I think they know who have cinched and are already in playoff position where they want to be. And they know the teams that are playing for something and the teams that might not be playing for anything. And they hammered us pretty good on Major League Baseball last night. These last 3 days are always tough. And I think the only thing I got going for me is a lot of people are concentrating on football and the NFL, and maybe they're not as in tune to it until the wild cards start on Tuesday.
Neil, great stuff. Thank you for joining us, and have a great weekend.
All right, I appreciate it. Everybody stay safe. All those traveling up to Northwest Arkansas, stay safe. I think our Saracen Saracen Casino is the presenting sponsor for the game. Go Hogs, and let's see what happens, and good luck on all your parlays this weekend.
Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about walk-ons. Got to talk about this game day shareables. This menu is fantastic. More about walk-ons. We'll take some phone calls, 661-1037. If you want to jump in here, talk a little Arkansas, Notre Dame, come on. It's Out of Bounds.
Three distinct, all-electric Cadillacs. Some drive them for the performance. Others drive them for the range. And some drive them because it's the only way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. Whatever your reason, there's never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac. The all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. Escalade IQ, Optic, and Lyric. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
Bring your team. Now open at the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. Get in the game. Sports, art, culture. From iconic athletes to all too human stories. See how today's artists tap into the power of sports. Experience the drive, passion, and culture surrounding games through the eyes of superstar icons and everyday athletes. Get your tickets today at crystalbridges.org/getinthegame.
Consider yourself a bourbon connoisseur. At Twin Peaks, we're proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas. Plus, check out our barrel selects that are hand-picked by our team and bottled just for you. Experience Bourbon and Brews every Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. for a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. Cheers!
We got the big deals at the Big Rock. Got the big deals at the Big Rock.
Hey Arkansas, it's Terry Harrison at the Big Lot, where you'll find the biggest selection, the biggest savings, and now you'll find Big Steve Landers.
That's right, Arkansas. I'm back in the car business at the Big Lot. Don't be confused. The real Steve Landers deals are at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
Come see me and Big Steve at the Big Lot. Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alco Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton.
When the sun rises over the natural state, Arkansas comes alive.
Full of potential and possibility.
And it all starts with daybreak.
Nothing can stop me, nothing can stop me now.
Stacy Spivey, Ryan Houston, and Belinda Mayo.
Join us weekday mornings for Channel 7 Daybreak.
Because today is your day.
So come on, let's win this day together.
Nothing can stop me. stop me now.
Hi, this is Ted Upshaw from Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. Let us bring our over 30 years of experience to your next project. We are certified shingle masters, licensed, bonded, and insured. Are you one of the thousands of Arkansans who has received a non-renewal notice from your insurance company due to the age or condition of your roof? We can help. We offer multiple financing options from help with your deductible all the way down for zero down for the entire project. Call today for your free evaluation, 501-621-0500, or visit us at accountablerr.com.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile. Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
Back at it. Glad you're with us, wrapping up our second hour here at Walk-Ons. Andrew DePippa's with us. And I tried some of the classic chicken nachos before the show. That's part of the Game Day Shareables menu. And, Andrew, I tell you what, those were fantastic. And when it came out, I was like, well, that's not a whole lot. I'm still stuffed because there's so much cheese and chicken and jalapenos. It's loaded.
That's right. That's right. It's deceiving.
Yes,
is what it is.
Yes.
But you definitely looked like you enjoyed those for sure. And yes, this is our new Game Day Shareable menu that we have at all our locations. We've never had a sampler platter before. I'm not sure why we haven't, but we decided why not now. So 20 years in, we're now doing a sampler platter with our cheeseburger sliders, boneless wings, and hand-rolled cheese logs. And then we brought in nachos, which I think makes total sense with this, with the sports bistro, sports bar. So the classic chicken or the buffalo chicken, and then queso and chips for all locations. You can add. I recommend adding the boudin ball to the quesos. We crumble up boudin ball, 2 boudin balls, put them in the queso. So shareables for everybody for game days. It kind of all makes sense. Right, kind of right down the middle, so to say. And then we've got 3 new drinks, limited time offers on these: the Players Punch, a Walk-On's Whiskey Sour, and a Strawberry Mule that we'll be trying later in the third hour, as asked.
All right, what's in the Players Punch?
Players Punch, you're going to have Casamigos tequila, Captain Morgan spice rum, little pomegranate syrup, orange and cranberry juice. You're going to have a kind of a dried orange wheel that goes onto it like a crisp. Very easy, like a very easy game day drink to throw down. So it's kind of tropical, so it kind of gives you those vibes with those flavors.
Whiskey sour is as you would think? As you think,
but again, we put a twist on it when we do it with, we do a Buffalo Trace. So you're going to have a really great bourbon to go into that whiskey sour. A little passion fruit puree, a little tongue twister there. A little sour mix and orange bitters that goes into that as well.
All right, tell me about the Strawberry Mule.
So Jack Daniel's whiskey, a little strawberry puree, lemon juice, bitters, and then ginger beer. Right now, mules and strawberry in particular are very strong in category across all brands, and so it's kind of our play on the mule that's extremely popular across the country right now.
Well, I tell you what, the nachos were so good. You could just make that like you could order a couple plates of it for your table and a couple of samplers, and that's your meal right there.
There you go.
A couple drinks.
And these are limited time offers, but I have a really strange feeling and some inside information that I think that they'll probably be sticking around.
Is that how it works? If something's successful, they're like, we got to keep this?
So yes and no, and it depends on the brand, depends on certain things. What certain brands will do, when it's popular, they'll bring it back certain times of the year for that. So you look around certain places. So sometimes it makes sense to keep things on the menu, and then sometimes you bring it back strategically during the year.
I was just looking at the scoreboard. Fleetwood and Rose have just tied it up with Griffin and DeChambeau. So right now, Europeans have 2 points in the afternoon group, or haven't scored 2, but they lead in 2, and USA leads in 1, and then the other group, it's tied.
Well, this match here with Rahm and Straka, they're 3 up on 12 right now. They win this hole, and you're looking, it's going to be tough.
Tell you what, Scheffler has not made a putt. And I've been watching putt for birdie all day, and I don't think he's made one. And I told you this earlier, Andrew. United States cannot win the Ryder Cup without their best player playing like their best player.
That's correct.
And he's in danger of going 0-2 today.
It's going to be tough to come back from them. If they go down 5-3, or even worse, 6-2, that's going to be, I mean, we're traditionally stronger in individual play anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, as we all know, but that's going to be a tough ask if you get down that to the European team with the talent level they have.
You don't want to dig yourself too big of a hole, and that was a big putt. I think that was Cantley just made a putt to win the hole. So they're only down 1 now to McIlroy and Lowry.
Be a huge point. If they can half that match, that'd be important.
And then somehow Griffin and DeChambeau need to win that match.
Have to hold on to that one.
It's tied now.
Oh, it's right. Yeah,
it's tied. And Rahm's putting for a birdie to give them a 4-shot lead going to 13. So they're starting to count the holes, getting ready to close this one out and get a point on the board in the first match. Well, Ryder Cup will give everybody something to watch in the morning when you come for brunch here.
That's right.
At Walk-Ons.
That's right. Fayetteville and Rogers will be open at 9 a.m. with a breakfast brunch menu, breakfast burritos, breakfast sliders, French toast, scrambled egg plate. We'll also have $3 mimosas, $5 Bloody Marys, and our specialty hog wild drink, which is a shareable drink for 2. Our full menu will be available as well in those locations. And then the rest of the locations, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Conway, Texarkana, all opening at 10 o'clock for the Notre Dame game. So 10 o'clock everywhere else, 9 a.m. in Fayetteville and Rogers for the breakfast brunch. And come out and support the breakfast brunch, because if you guys like it, we're going to keep this. I think we're going to make this system wide, especially for our area, which consists of 11 of these as a franchise group. So we're excited about it. We'll have all the TVs on, all the games that you want. As you can see, a TV from every seat that you. I mean, we're tucked in the corner here, and you can still see a TV everywhere. So
I've been to the West Little Rock location for basketball games. We used to do our post-game show there. It would be packed. I mean, it was a fun environment to watch the game. Is it very similar or even better for football?
I think basketball and football, obviously, the energy inside one of our restaurants during those games is just unmatched. It's just, calling the hogs nonstop, people on standing up, hooting, hollering. It's a really good time. All locations. The game day atmosphere is kind of what we go for, kind of owning game day, owning sports.
What's fun, too, is baseball.
Yep.
Because baseball, if you're watching it by yourself, can kind of be slower.
Yep.
But when you're in a big group of people and any play, people get excited about any kind of play.
And that's kind of Walk-Ons. Our whole theme is owning sports, owning game day, no matter what sport it is. And that's why you want to watch Ryder Cup, we'll have it on. You want to watch hockey, we'll have it on. You want to watch baseball, basketball, baseball. I mean, we love the Hogs, but we'll watch everything.
That's Andrew DePippa. Visit Walk-Ons this weekend. Show them some love. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's our final hour. We've got what's trending. Joe and I will make some picks. You want to make some picks with us, Andrew?
You got it.
All right. We'll have a little fun. Stick around. Hour number 3 is coming up next.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is Mexican chicken for only $7.49 per pound, with roasted corn and black beans for $4.99 per pound.
College football is all about finding that next generation of stars, fresh talent, big plays, new energy every season. That's the same approach behind Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories with real beer flavor that keeps up from kickoff to the post-game recap. So whether you're tailgating or celebrating a big win, make Flight your go-to. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Would you like to win the ultimate hunting ATV? Stop by Honda Russellville right now through October 17th to win a new Honda 4-man 4x4 ATV with winch, tire, and wheel package. Check us out online at HondaRussellville.com or on Facebook.
The last bastion of quality programming.
Why would you listen to any other radio?
Lonoke County deputies has a man in custody for what they describe as one of the most disturbing animal cruelty cases they've ever seen. The sheriff's office received a tip about dogs being kept in poor condition in the South Bend area. Deputies went to the property and found 16 pit bulls chained up on short chains. They were severely malnourished and had no access to food or water. Their owner, 38-year-old Daniel Tonese, is now charged with 19 counts of aggravated animal cruelty. Tonese is currently out on bond right now, and rescue groups have removed the dogs from his property. The sheriff's office is looking for people to adopt or foster the dogs or donate to help cover the cost of their care. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Have a fantastic Friday, everyone.
Get in the conversation with life and feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be a beautiful sunny Friday with a high temperature of 82 degrees and a north wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight it'll be clear and cool again. We'll drop to 60, but also maybe have some patchy fog Saturday morning. And tomorrow, a beautiful, mostly sunny day, a high of 83 degrees. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
I'm Trey Reed from the Wild Side on 1037 The Buzz. Join me and Mark Hedrick Tuesday nights at 7 for The Wild Side.
Brought to you by West Rock Landing at Lake Maumelle, Trader Bill's Outdoors, Battery Outfitters, All About Tire and Brake, Tammy Chase Insurance, Edwards Food Giant, and Crane Chevrolet.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oakland Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oakland Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Big savings are rolling now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the $7,500 EV tax credit before September 30th. Drive a 2026 Trax or Trailblazer for just $249 a month, or save up to $13,000 on new Silverados. Plus, we're paying up to 20% over Kelley Blue Book for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And right now, you can get it all with no payments until 2026. Stop by Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville today. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply, see dealer for details.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter agents Jay Vandover, Steve Ferguson, or Alex Blake in Little Rock today.
Protection starts at the top of your business and the top of your home. Absolute Roofing and Construction will make sure you have the absolute protection for your home or business. Free estimates from Tiger Lee, licensed, insured, and bonded with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Absolute Roofing works all over the state. See their work and get in touch on Facebook at Absolute Roofing and Construction, covering the state one roof at a time. Call Tiger Lee for your free estimate, 501-380-5543. That's 501-380-5543.
David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has Fantasy, Hot Spring, and Caldera hot tubs in stock on the showroom floor and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville also carry Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems, the same that I use in my hot tub. It's also that time of year for tailgating and watching the hogs outdoors. Luxury Luxury Pool and Spa carries Pollywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around fire pits on those cool nights watching your favorite game. Check them out online, luxurypoolarkansas.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Joe Franklin and Wes Moore on 103.7 The Buzz. Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Sheriff. What's Trending in Sports is brought to you by Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee, the Razorbacks, and their 1.5 million farmers around the globe. It's fall, so now it's time for your team to stock up on coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
What's trending in sports? There was a Thursday night game last night, and Seahawks were able to get the win at the end. They controlled it for most of the game. Cardinals came back, and it was tied, but Seahawks walk it off with a field goal.
From the 16, good protection, man open, caught, touchdown. A.J. Barner, the tight end, keep it on the ground, and does he get in? Yes, with that second effort. Zach Charbonnet from 52. The kick wobbles, but makes it through. And the Seahawks win it at the gun.
Battle of teams that were at the top of NFC West along with Niners, but Seahawks come away with the win, and now Cards have lost 2 in a row. They're now 2-2. They get a little time off, get that mini bye. Seahawks get the same, and we'll see how these teams bounce back with their next games. There was a quarterback change this week, and Jackson Dart is going to get his first start as Giants quarterback. Russell Wilson, he was asked if he expected a change. Here's what he had to say about it.
Did you think this was a possibility that change could happen, or did this kind of take you by surprise?
I mean, I think and I'm not surprised by anything anymore, to be honest with you. But also, too, at the same time, they made 2 good plays, and the game was kind of back and forth, tight, and just didn't go our way, So I'm not, I'm just focused on now. I think that's the one thing I've learned in the highest moments and the best times, and coming off a game like Dallas, you live in that moment and you enjoy it, and you have to come back in the next one. And life is sometimes a 16-round fight. Football is a 16-round fight sometimes 17-round fight, whatever it may be. And sometimes in life, like I said, life is about response. So sometimes you feel like you feel like in the moment, you feel like you're at the end of something or something's heavy. And I think for me, I just believe I'm still in round 5, round 6, and that's my mentality. And I think that's part of, just continue to fight and continue to stand up, continue to believe in you, continue to believe in those around you, continue to speak life. And I think winners, they don't pick and choose. I know I'm a winner. I know my mentality of what that looks like. I know having the championship mentality, and winners don't pick and choose. Leaders don't pick and choose when they want to lead and when they want to help and communicate like a winner or whatever that may be. And so, those are the things that I know and I can control. That's what I'm focused on.
Giants have at least one dynamic playmaker. They have a few with Cam Scatterbull, who we got an extended look at last week, but Malik Neighbors, we got that look at him all last season, and he was even asked about a quarterback change for last season and what he learned from that.
Quarterback changes last year about sort of the best way to approach this situation.
They're going to find a way to get one the ball.
So Malik Neighbors says whoever the quarterback is, doesn't matter. They find him. They can make plays when he's on the field. Mike Kafka, Giants offensive coordinator, he was asked if there'll be changes made to the offense with Jackson Dart on the field.
I think there'll be certain elements of just things that Jackson has done well, whether he was in college or in high school. You want to fit the system to that player, any player, really to what their strengths are. So I think Jackson is going to do a nice job, and we'll put together a plan that he can work with.
There'll be a lot of eyes on Jackson Dart as he makes his first start this week against Chargers. Giants hosting them for a home game. So first look at Jackson Dart, full game as a starter for Giants. Baseball, Tigers ended their 8-game losing streak. They've had a collapse here with AL Central and Guardians, Tigers. Guardians had taken a 1-game lead after being back 15.5 games. Tigers win last night. Now they're back tied. So it comes down to the last series of the season to decide AL Central. But here's Tigers getting a win over Guardians last night.
Some human energy in that dugout. That ball's doused by Wenzel Perez and up to the top of the wall and back in. Wenzel Perez goes deep. It is 2-0, an early barrage. Here in the fourth, and Riley Green annihilates a baseball. Make that 4-1. His second home run of the series, and that 3-run lead is back.
For this game coming up this weekend, Notre Dame, Arkansas, we heard from Notre Dame's head coach, Marcus Freeman, and here's what he had to say about facing Arkansas.
We got to go to work and really work on improving as we get ready for an extremely talented Arkansas team. All right, they're 2-2, but if you watch their games, they have a chance to win both of those losses in the last drive, and so it could easily be 4-0. It's a top 5 offense in the country, so the challenge for the defense doesn't get any easier. They're going to face a top 5 offense, and their defense is good. They got a solid defense that, the one number 97, he's a load, and I think their whole defense up front, their whole defense is big, and it's going to present a big challenge for our offensive line, and so we're looking forward to a great environment. I think it'll be loud. It's going to be. I've never been down there. I know this is our first meeting with Arkansas, and so be a great challenge, and we're looking forward to the opportunity.
Coach Marcus Freeman also had some great things to say about Taylon Green and mobile quarterbacks.
In the run game, his ability to read and pull it, like you got to be definitive in how you want to defend that. You can't be gray. You got to be definitive on how you want to defend that. But in the pass game, you can't let him escape vertically. Like that's where our issues were with the A&M quarterback. Even last week, it's not the lateral escape, it's the vertical through the B gap. Then lateral, you can extend plays or he can run. That's where the issues are. So we have to be technical sound in our rush lanes, right? But I don't want to play spy. I think we got into a little bit of too cautious versus A&M where we're trying to play spy and we're not being aggressive. And then maybe versus Purdue, there's too many times maybe we're behind the quarterback and he escapes in the B gap. So it's obviously a good mixture of both, but we can't let him get vertical in the pass game and extend plays with his legs because it's going to be an issue.
That'll do it for what's trending.
Okay, I was about to say, can we stop right there for a second? I heard two things. A, if they don't put a spy on Taylon Green, I like that. I mean, to me, every defense that they've seen so far has had somebody spying him. And he still beats them at times, but at other times that spy does a good job of keeping it contained. But if Notre Dame's going to put a spy on him?
That's going to be tough. He'll run for 200 yards.
The second thing, I like Marcus Freeman a lot. I've said this before. I said it last year during their run. I respect the heck out of him. great coach, but I don't need Marcus Freeman lying to me and talking about how great this Arkansas defense is. I almost stopped you, Joe. So wait a second. Don't. I know you're opposing coach and you got to say something, but you can't go overboard like that and talk about how great this Arkansas defense is. We know we've been watching the same game, Coach. Now, Quincy Rhodes has been playing good. That's who we was talking about, 97. He is a load, but the rest of the defense isn't great.
Well, the team has to get a message from him, and sometimes teams hear coach's comments through the media, and he has to say something good to send a message to the team and have them aware at all times.
Just talk about the offense. Just talk about the Arkansas offense. And then when they ask you about the defense, say, hey, that 97's a load. We got to figure out how to stop him. And stop right there. Stop. By the way, at the Ryder Cup, Shane Lowry just poured in a birdie putt. McElroy, Lowry go 2 up again on Burns and Cantley. Cantley was part of the team this morning that won the only match for the Americans.
Correct.
It was Cantley and Xander Schauffele.
Yep.
And that was the one that caught me off guard. I didn't see the Americans winning that one over Patrick McIntyre and Victor Hovland.
Right.
But I guess maybe is Hovland playing right now?
No.
No, he's not. Oh, it's Hogard with Oberg.
Yep.
That's they're down 4 right now to Cameron Young. Cameron Young is playing awesome. He has poured in birdie putt after birdie putt. He just hit one tight. But they're up 4 right now over Oberg and Hogard.
Isn't Cameron Young from that area? I think he's from the Northeast, if not New York. I think.
I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure. But, man, he's playing inspired right now. They may need to get Schauffele back out there tomorrow because, as it is, he's part of the one of 2 winning teams, and he is not playing this afternoon. Americans trail right now in 2 matches, tied in 1 and lead in 1, and that's after going this morning losing 3-1. So rough start for the United States. And, of course, we talked about a little earlier that they typically play a lot better on Sunday in individual play, but you don't want to dig yourself such a huge hole that it would take an incredible comeback just to win this thing.
That's right. Cameron Young, born Scarborough, New York.
There you go.
Scarborough.
Look at you, Andrew DePippa.
Yeah, thought I remember. Yeah, I think he also won at Bethpage in a junior am, if I'm not mistaken, as well, or something along those lines. He's had some good success in that area as well. So no surprise he's playing well today, but we need more of him and less of what else is going on.
If you want to join us, we got some time. Joe and I are going to make some picks at the bottom of the hour, and actually Andrew's going to join us, make his picks too, 661-1037. I'll check out the D3 Auto Sales text line. Here's one from Jake. Jake says Hogs might have a shot. Apparently Freeman hasn't watched film at all. Thank you, Jake. You know, I agree with the 2 computer models that Neil Atkinson told us about. One of the computer models, I think it was like 36-23 Notre Dame, if taking into account the history of turnovers for Arkansas. Right. That sounds about right. I would think they would score more than 23, I would hope, against Notre Dame. The other computer model did not weigh as much the turnover factor, and it kind of goes back to what you and I were talking about earlier. If Arkansas doesn't turn it over or wins the turnover battle, I think they got a really good shot at winning this. That computer model has it 33-32 Notre Dame.
Well, if you look at both of those models, too, I think only one of them has the over hitting, which, as he talked about, was 94% on the over. His first computer model doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So, very interesting to see that. But, no, I think you're right, and I think we've talked about this where if we win the turnover battle, we're going to have the offense to really compete in this game, and I think have a really good chance. I think it's going to be our best effort, and but that goes for all of our sports. Frankly, you win the turnover battle, turnover less, score more, and lo and behold, you win.
Here's a message from Alex. Alex won our tickets yesterday on Out of Bounds. He got the tickets, Joe. He is ready to roll. So hopefully, Alex, I'll see you up here tomorrow. DK's got a prediction, Notre Dame 45, Arkansas 30. DK, good to hear from you. Brian in Hot Springs, what is Arkansas's yards after catch? Bobby never had amazing defenses, but the wide receivers would bust plays wide open after catch. Seems like these guys get tackled right away. I would disagree, Brian. I think the yards after catch have improved dramatically this year. Last year it was an issue. There weren't a whole lot of yards after catch, but this year I feel like Arkansas's been a lot better. And you think about the tight, and maybe you're just asking about the wide receivers, but the big plays from the tight ends.
Oh, Rohan Jones. I mean, that's 65 yards out of the gate. I mean, the yak has been a lot better this year. Last year it was definitely outside of Tesla every now and again there was very little after the catch. A lot with Omega Blake, across those crossing routes. So it's been a lot better, for sure.
Yeah, I think C.J. Brown, Jalen Brown. They've both done a good job.
So last year, Arkansas averaged 5.8 yards after the catch, which was 11th in the SEC. This year, they're putting up almost double that. Well, not double, they're up almost 2 points at 7.06 so far. So much improved over. So last year, yes, he's correct. 11th in the SEC. This year, almost 2 more yards per catch.
Where'd
so
you get
far.
that so quickly?
Chat GPT. Trying to contribute, you know what I mean?
Well, you did. That was
trying to help you out.
That was nice. Here's another one from the 501. I don't understand why Green being a great kid or Pittman being a good guy is ever part of the conversation. That shouldn't matter in the slightest bit. Is Green talented and consistent? Is Pittman teaching pride and instilling that want to win in the boys? That should be the main topic of conversation. I don't think it's the main topic of conversation. Just someone dropped the point that he's a good kid, and you root for good kids. And a lot of times, good kids put in a lot of extra work, and they're invested in the playbook, and they're not, doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and maybe slacking in some areas of preparation.
Well, I can tell you this. Obviously, I live in this area. I'm around the team a little more than most. He is a good kid, and he puts in a lot of effort, and that's not just people saying that. He's a great kid, great young man, and I can promise you he's doing everything he can to get better and be better.
You know what? I don't want my captain and my leader to be an a-hole. You don't follow a-holes, You follow good people, leaders. That's a good example for the rest of the team. If I got some a-holes, I want them on my defense. I'm fine with that.
And listen, I understand the criticism, and it's fair for fans to want more, because I want more and want better. And but it doesn't change the fact that he is a great kid and he is a great leader, and I can assure you that they're teaching them the right things, and they want it just as bad, if not more, than we do.
Here's a question. I think it's Jacob. Jacob asking if we're giving away tickets today. Unfortunately, we are not. We are out of tickets. Sorry about that, Jacob. Here's one from the 501. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. If our defensive players don't know the fundamentals of tackling, angles to the ball, etc., it's too late for them. You can't teach them new systems. You can teach them new systems, but not this late in the season. It's wait till next year. And I don't think it's so much of not knowing the fundamentals of tackling or the angles to the ball. I thought last week was an effort issue, and I think you can teach effort, and you can get better effort from a team from week to week. And I think that's been I know that's been the point of emphasis this week, and we better see it on Saturday, tomorrow. If not, then that's why I said then there is something wrong.
It's a different conversation come Monday, for sure.
I think we are caught up on the D3 auto sales now. Here's a new one. LC in Sherwood. What's up, LC? After Notre Dame's coach's comments about Arkansas's defense, he's going to have to be drug tested. Hopefully it'll be tonight, and he'll have to miss tomorrow's game. Thank you, LC. That was clever. Yeah, I think we all got a kick out of listening to him hype up the Razorback defense and tell us how good they are, in his opinion. All right, it's a good time to take a break. We're all caught up.
We got Lewis.
We'll come back. We'll make some
get
picks.
in with us.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Lewis?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
We got you.
We got you.
All right. Hey, Wes, you was talking about Scheffler earlier, missing a lot of putts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's not anything new. He's been doing that all year because he doesn't put enough pace on his putts. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but his putts will get almost to the hole and like 3 or 4 inches away, they'll curl off. And that's because he's not putting enough pace on it. And that's why he's missing those putts.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the speed of these greens down right now. It definitely doesn't have it dialed in. No, but I did not notice that. Every putt was missing on the short side.
Yeah, a lot of his putts do that. In fact, in the last tournament that he won in that Pro Tour, he could have won by 5 or 6 shots if he'd have just, hit the putts just a little bit harder. Even on his long putt, he doesn't put enough pace. If you remember when Tiger used to putt, and I've watched interviews with him, he said he always tried to get his ball to go a foot to 2 foot past the hole, and that's why he made so many long putts and even short putts and he would take the break out of some of his short putts by hitting it just a little bit firmer, and so that's why he missed a lot of them.
Lewis, how you feel after watching a day and a half? You like the Americans' chances?
No, I remember I told you back a couple of weeks ago that Europe was going to win because, like I said, our putters, Morikawa, I didn't even want to see him on the team because he's not a good putter. He's worse than Scotty. And there was a couple other guys that were putting a lot better that I felt should have been chosen before Morikawa. And then Sam Burns, I don't know why he should have seemed like to me he should have put him with Scheffler this morning because he's like the he's in the top 3 in putting for the whole year. So he could have helped out Scheffler a lot with his putting stroke. So, and like I told you, they're best friends, so they vacation together a lot, so they know each other's game. So, but no, I knew we were going to lose because Europe plays more as a team than we do, and they have better putters, and that's what it comes down to is putting.
Lewis, thank you for the call. I hope you have a great weekend.
Okay, you too, Wes.
Thank you. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we will make some picks. We got 10 games to talk about. Stick around. This is Out of Bounds, live at Walk-Ons.
Already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app? Download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
This is Sports Center.
Last night on Thursday Night Football, the Seahawks took down the Cardinals on a walk-off 52-yard field goal from Jason Myers. With that win, Seattle is now 3-1 on the season. In the Major League Baseball playoff race yesterday, the Mariners clinched a bye when the Tigers beat the Guardians, while in the National League, a playoff matchup was solidified as the Cubs and Padres will play in the wild card. Home field advantage is still up for grabs, but the Cubs have a 2-game lead with 3 games left to go. The Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 8-0 to clinch the NL West title for the 12th time in 13 years. Shohei Ohtani hit his 54th home run of the year, tying his career best. And in college football tonight, 2 ranked teams will be in action. 8th-ranked Florida State will face Virginia at 6 on ESPN, while 24th-ranked TCU will take on Arizona State at 8 on Fox. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Volkswagen of Little Rock is committed to delivering a car buying experience that's grounded in expertise, integrity, and respect. From the moment you arrive, our team is here to help you find the right fit. Whether that's the versatile Tiguan, the all-electric ID4, or one of our thoroughly inspected pre-owned models, we take pride in providing a low-pressure, informative environment where your questions are answered and your time is valued. Visit Volkswagen of Little Rock today or begin your search anytime at www.vwoflittlerock.com.
Fall finds its rhythm at Southland Casino Hotel's free annual Trucktoberfest celebration on Saturday, October 4th, featuring some of the best food, trucks, spirits, and beer in the Mid-South. Enjoy music from several live acts, including Morris Day and the Time with openers The Barcades, Ruthie Foster, and DJ Mike T. The action runs from noon until 10 p.m. Better yet, admission is free and all ages are welcome. Join the fun at Southland Casino Hotel's Trucktoberfest. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if really should stick to Pickle Explorer and be confident in Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly, B21.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
I want you to be sure and check out all the great deals. Go online. I love going on the hawkshomes.net website because you can check out their entire inventory. 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms starting at just $55 a square foot. You can choose from over 65 homes to choose from, and they can have your home delivered in 2 weeks if you choose one off the lot. Takes a little longer, but if you can dream it, they can build it. That's just how simple it is. If you can dream it, they can build it. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup, underpinning, central heat and air. In Hawks Homes, if you need land, they can find it for you, no problem. They can help you find wherever you may want to live, and they'll get all the utilities, land prep, all that can be set up in one loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
Out of Bounds, live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
Back at it. We are live at Walk-Ons today. Double R just made it. Drive Time Sports will also be live here. We are going to make some picks. Andrew DePippa is here with us. He's going to make his picks. By the way, we have gone all week, Joe, without taking a look at last week's picks. And you would have thought since I won for the first time on Monday, I would have led with it. But I wasn't that proud of it. It was only 5-5. You went 4-6. So your 4-game lead is now trimmed to 3, if my math is right.
Yeah, that's correct. And with the games this week, we may have some differences here. So we'll start with tonight's game, TCU at Arizona. We've already gotten a look at TCU, and of course, Arizona lost to Mississippi State on the road. We'll start there.
Is it Arizona or Arizona State?
Arizona State.
Oh, okay. That's a big difference.
Very much so.
TCU surprised me. That was the SMU game last week, right? The big rivalry game. They played well. Arizona State at home. You know, I was talking about their head coach earlier. Very small buyout for their head coach.
Interesting.
You know, and he got them in the college football playoff last year. Does not have a big NIL fund. So he's been able to do a lot with little. It sounds like you got to be able to do a lot with little here at Arkansas. Just throwing the name out there. Just saying. I'm going Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona State also. I'm going with the home team, even though TCU looked impressive. Like Arizona State.
Give me the Horned Frogs.
You want to be? Do you really want? Or are you just wanting to be different?
No, it's for my my buddy's wife. She's a grad of TCU, so I'm gonna take the purple and the Horned Frogs. Go from there.
Good enough reason for us.
Notre Dame at Arkansas. Andrew, why don't you start this one off? What do you think?
I'm going Arkansas. I think they pull it out, and I think that we have a good conversation on Monday after it.
We do score for Arkansas also.
Let's do 45-38.
Oh, like
over.
It. Like it a lot. So
it's easy over.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm taking Notre Dame in this. I haven't seen anything from Arkansas that would lead to believe that they're going to win this game. I have Notre Dame 41-27.
All right, I've also got Notre Dame. If Arkansas can win the turnover battle at home, I think they win the game. But there's nothing that I've seen so far that makes me think that Arkansas is going to win the turnover battle. I've got actually Arkansas's defense playing better, playing inspired, and they're going to hold Notre Dame to 31 points. Notre Dame wins it 31-27.
All right, LSU at Ole Miss. Andrew, once again, go ahead and start this one off.
Let's go LSU. I think the offense is going to come out and put up a good performance. We've had a lot of criticism based on the last performance. So I think LSU comes out on top and shows they're a top 5 team.
Big opportunity for Ole Miss here, hosting LSU. I think Ole Miss gets it done. Going Ole Miss.
Yeah, I've got Ole Miss too. I think Nussmeier's injury, if he was healthy, and I think that's been a part of their problem with the offense, he hasn't been able to throw it. He's got a little rib issue, and his accuracy down the field has not been good. And they've done LSU's having to do a lot of simple things. I think Ole Miss is good enough offensively with the change at quarterback, and it may become a permanent change after this week.
Shamless.
That's why I'm going with Ole Miss.
Big game here for Big Ten. Oregon making the trip to Penn State. I'm going with the home team once again here. I know that Oregon has looked really good. Penn State had a lot of high expectations. They haven't looked as good, but going with the home team, got Penn State winning. What do you think, Andrew?
I've got Penn State too. I think Oregon traveling that far across the country, going to that environment in Happy Valley, I think it's going to be tough to overcome. Oregon looks great, but I think Penn State gets it done at home.
Well, I'll be the oddball. I'll go against the grain. I just think Oregon's the better team, and the best way to take a crowd out of the game is by scoring early, and that's something Oregon can do. You get up on them a couple touchdowns, and all of a sudden it gets Happy Valley's not happy, and it's a quiet place, and you can win at night. I'm going to go with Oregon.
Alabama at Georgia. Wes, start us there.
Yeah, I will. I know our guy Lee Sterling picked Alabama to win it outright. I'm not sold on Alabama. I'm really not sold on Georgia either. But between the hedges, that's a tough place to win. It's not a night game. It's the 2:30 game on CBS. I'm back and forth. There's a reason why this line is so close. Georgia's favored by 3. I'll go Georgia. I think they win. I think. I'm not sold on that pick.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm going Georgia as well. I've not been sold on Alabama since Saban left, and it's not going to change, especially at home.
Yeah, I think we're all agreeing here. Georgia, home team getting it done. But we could all be surprised with Alabama coming away with a win. Vikings, Steelers playing in Dublin, Ireland. I'm going with the team that has played better ball so far. Vikings look more impressive. Vikings get the win here.
Just so you know, Joe's a Steelers fan.
I know. I've known Joe a long time.
And that one surprises me a little bit.
I frankly was going to say, I'm sorry to say, Joe, I'm taking the Vikings, but he went ahead and bit that one, and that's surprising.
Well, hey, the truth of it is, you know that whoever your favorite team is, they're not going to win every game, so you're not going to pick them to win every game. I'm not, at least.
You know, the Steelers' defense gave up a ton of yards last week, again, but the turnovers saved them.
Yep.
Can they do it again? What did they create, Joe, five turnovers?
Yeah, 4 fumbles. Now, I mean, think about that. It's hard to get 1 fumble. 4 fumbles and 1 interception. And at least 2 of those were close to the end zone. Had 1 fumble going in and had an interception in the end zone. So Patriots were right there in position to score. Steelers created a turnover.
5 turnovers, and they barely beat the Patriots.
And made Drake May look like he should have been the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings too. We're across the board, Minnesota.
All right, Eagles at Bucks. Two impressive-looking teams so far.
Yeah, but can I take the over?
You can. You should.
Remember, we talked about this game yesterday. It was only like 43.5.
That's you take that all day long.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, this is the trap game for the Eagles. The Bucks beat them last year or the year before. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was last year. They beat them. It's hot in Tampa. It's going to be over 100 degrees. Eagles are going down a day early to get acclimated to the weather, which is kind of odd for a pro team to do. I am a Eagles fan, so I'm actually going to stay true and fly Eagles fly. They're going to take care of Tampa and stamp it.
Man, I want to pull the trigger on the Bucks so bad, but I can't. If they were healthy, maybe.
Mike Evans isn't playing.
With
Godwin's
Mike
not
Evans
back.
out.
Godwin's not back yet. He may play. I mean, you're asking a lot.
Yeah.
Baker's been spinning it.
No doubt about it.
He's been awesome.
I mean, there's no doubt.
And they
started
have
going to
a lot of receivers.
What's the
Emeka Boka.
The Ohio State guy.
Emeka.
Yes.
He's impressive.
Yes. That's impressive. What the heck is that big thing?
That's the hog wild.
Wow. That's the shareable.
Yes.
I just hate saying and predicting Philadelphia to win since I'm a Cowboys fan.
I get it.
But I'm going Eagles.
Colts at Rams. Undefeated.
Did you pick?
Yeah, I did. I took Eagles.
Okay, I didn't write it down. Sorry.
Okay, Colts at Rams. Undefeated Colts team going in to take on a Rams team that just came up short against Eagles. Looked like they were in full control of that game, and they gave it away. I think Colts have their first loss here. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, I'll go again. The Colts have been running the ball really well. We saw last week against Philadelphia that Rams run defense is legit. They shut down Saquon. I think they'll shut down the run game, make Daniel Jones beat them through the air, and that's the key. I don't think he can beat them through the air, or at least he's going to have to prove it to me. I'm going with the Rams.
I agree with both of you. You know, Daniel Jones has been a good story so far, but I think that Rams defense is going to shut down Jonathan Taylor, and I think we're going to make Daniel Jones beat you, and I just don't have it. Look, being an Eagles guy, watching Daniel Jones with the Giants, I don't trust him. Just like they didn't trust him and got rid of him. So I'll go Rams.
Thing about Daniel Jones, has a lot more playmakers around him now, and that makes a huge difference for a quarterback. But and that's why we see him playing a little bit better. Ravens, Chiefs, a couple of 1-2 teams. One of these teams is going to come away from this game unless there's a tie, 1-3. What do you guys think?
Would either one of you have thought, if I had told you before the season started, that the Ravens and Chiefs would be 1-2 in their first three games?
Honestly, yeah. Well, looking at the Chiefs' schedule, I thought there was a chance.
Yeah.
You know, Joe and I both picked the Chargers to beat them in that first game, that Friday night game, and their schedule's been brutal. I mean, it is what it is. And I think the Chiefs are going to be 1-3. I'll go first. I think the Ravens get it done. They're offensive, explosive enough that I don't know if the Chiefs can keep up with them. I know the Ravens' defense has been struggling this season, but I think the Chiefs' offense will help the Ravens' defense get a little bit healthier, and the Ravens come out with a victory.
Go ahead, Andrew.
So I'm going with the home team. I think KC gets it done at home. As talented as the Ravens are, we've seen Derrick Henry go through tremendous struggles lately holding on to the ball, and I think that gets inside someone's head. And I think at home, that loud crowd, I think Mahomes and Kelsey and crew get it done. And unfortunately, the Ravens will be 1-3, and that's shocking to me.
I'm going Ravens also. Chiefs have a better defense, but their offense they've been missing something with players out of the lineup. And so I'm going to go Ravens here. I guess they have the better overall team right now. I'm going to go Ravens. Packers.
Watch the Chiefs strike downfield. Watch that happen.
Packers at Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. I'm going to go Packers here. I think their defense is the difference. And Jordan Love, they run the ball a little bit better. I think their offense shows up for this one. They played a great defense last week. I think they show up this time. Going Packers.
Andrew?
I'm going Packers as well, and not. I just think that with the addition of Parsons on defense, I think the Cowboys' win over the Giants looks not very good. Watching what the Giants did the week after that, and I think that the Cowboys haven't proven. I mean, without CD as well, that's going to be tough with your main playmaker to do.
I have not seen the injury report. I don't know who all is out besides CD, but there are several banged-up Cowboys that may not play.
Yep.
They're a hurting team. They're not a very confident team. They're just not a good team. Defensively, they're giving up a lot of chunk plays, and offensively, they've been able to run the ball, and that's the only way, to me, is if you can consider. But if the right guard can't play, Cowboys need to run the ball, almost play like the Razorbacks and keep their defense off the field. And score it, but the Packers defense is too good for that.
And that's what I think too. The Packers it's going to hold up that run to where it doesn't open up anything for Dak in the passing game, and I think the addition of Parsons frees up Gary from the Michigan guy. I think it frees him up a lot. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I feel so good about it. I'd take the Packers and give the points 6.5, 7. I think they could win by 10 or more.
Wow.
Yeah. You couldn't suck me into this one, Joe. I know you were trying to get a freebie off of me, but things are that bad that I'm not even taking my Cowboys to win.
Now, that's the bigger surprise there, that you didn't take them.
I've learned my lesson. Last week against Chicago was eye-opening. Eye-opening. That was a game I thought they would win. And they weren't even close to winning.
Well, they were on the road, too.
No doubt.
They're at home now. They could make a difference.
Yeah, they beat the Giants at home, barely, in overtime, because their kicker is unbelievable. The Packers aren't the Giants. If Russell Wilson made that defense look like that, what's Love going to do?
No doubt.
All right, we'll take our final break of the day. When we come back, we're going to talk about walk-ons, get you set for the weekend. Hey, the Americans just won. Justin Thomas, Cameron Young, they got 2 points now. That's the good news. The bad news, they trail in the other 3 matches. This is Out of Bounds.
We're honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon every Friday at our Bourbon and Brews Party. Get to Twin Peaks from 5 to 7 p.m. to experience a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. Cheers! Aero Truck Sales has been in business in North America for 75 years. They are dedicated to helping truck drivers, owner-operators, and fleet managers find the high-quality, used semi-trucks that they need to grow their business. Their on-site financing team provides flexible financing options and comprehensive warranty and protection plans. Plus, their attached shop provides convenient and efficient reconditioning. Visit Aero Truck Sales at 12101 Eanes Road, North Little Rock, or view their inventory at arrowtruck.com.
Jet Heat and Air doesn't fumble when it matters most. From AC systems to furnaces, keep your home comfortable all year long. Offering free estimates and financing options. To schedule, call 501-307-5959 or visit jetacservice.com. And remember, when you start to sweat, call Jet.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has Fantasy, Hot Spring, and Caldera hot tubs in stock on the showroom floor and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville also carry Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems, the same that I use in my hot tub. It's also that time of year for tailgating and watching the hogs outdoors. Luxury Pool and Spa carries Polywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around fire pits on those cool nights watching your favorite game. Check them out online, luxurypoolarkansas.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The Appalachian Trail is a 2,200-mile footpath from Georgia to Maine. By the way, Bill Bryson's book on it, absolutely hilarious. And so also is Dale Sanders, who at the terrific age of 90 is setting out to be the oldest person to ever hike the trail. God bless him. May we all be active, healthy, and curious all the days of our lives. Now, thanks to Dale, I'm off to walk the dogs, but not for 2,000 miles. Stop by and register at your nearest Doublebee's for your chance to win a brand new Bad Boy 550 four-wheel drive side-by-side, purchased from the Bad Boy Superstore in Searcy. This terrific Bad Boy vehicle will be given away on a special broadcast of Drive Time Sports, October the 8th. Need not be present to win.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
I'm here with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West. Kaufman has over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces and design specialists on staff. See, that would be important for somebody like me who is design challenged.
Yeah, we have design specialists on staff and everything you need from lighting to flooring, designer hardware, and more.
And gift cards are available too. Check them out now. Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road.
Or visit us online at kaufmanlumber.com.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Gwatney Chevrolet studio. Gwatney Chevrolet. Driving, trust every mile. Coverage of the Arkansas-Notre Dame game, live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, and brought to you in part by Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Malvern National Bank, Blackman Auctions, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Winrock Automotive, and Network Services Group.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. Man, what a day. This is fun. Andrew, thank you for having us out.
Thanks for being here.
This is a great way to kick off the weekend, hanging out at Walk-Ons, coming to Fayetteville, getting ready for a big weekend.
Should be huge.
A couple things on the D3 Auto Sales text line real quick. Chico in Pine Bluff says, I believe we're fixing to beat Notre Dame. Woo pig suey. Chico, I hope you're right. I really, really do. 336. That's a strange area code. I live in the heart of the ACC, and we are just stuck with the Heels, Duke, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, but I never hear all the nasty negative things about the coaches like I do about Pittman. Additionally, parents are not calling shows and going off on the announcers. Are we just nuts? And why would top Arkansas talent want to come play for the Hogs if they see all of us adults raining insults about their program? I think that's the passion of the SEC opposed to the passion of the ACC and the programs that you mentioned, Duke, North Carolina State, Wake. I think those are four programs waiting for basketball season to start.
1,000%.
And in the SEC, it's not just Arkansas. We all travel. I know what it's like in Baton Rouge. I know what it's like in Tuscaloosa or Birmingham, Athens, Florida. You want to talk about what's going on in Gainesville right now?
Yeah, Billy Napier's selling his house.
Kentucky, South Carolina. I mean, it's going on. Well, maybe not Kentucky because they're thinking about basketball season too. But it's not just Arkansas. but it is the passionate and rabid fans of the SEC that it gets out of hand. I would say that.
Yeah.
There are times, there are things on this D3 Auto Sales text line that I will just ignore and not say because it's over the top.
Right.
But I understand fans.
Yep.
We're passionate, and I do the same thing on Sundays about the Cowboys. I just don't call into the to the show, and but those guys are pros, you know.
Right.
So they should be able to take it, but I still don't do that. TP in Little Rock says, Wes, the defense might as well play Hail Mary defense every play. Too darn slow. Notre Dame 48, Arkansas 26. Hope they can slow down those running backs. 501. Just FYI, West, Alabama, Georgia's at 6:30, not 2:30. Same thing, same time as Oregon, Penn State, man. And I looked it up. You're exactly right. I was wrong. I am sorry. For some reason, I was thinking that was the ABC game at 2:30, but it's Ole Miss LSU at 2:30, and Alabama, Georgia is the night game, which makes me like Georgia a little bit more.
Even better.
870 has an opinion. Razorbacks have to move up in quality talent on defense. John Summerall is an excellent coach at Tulane. Yeah, but, we've been talking about this for a long time. You want talent, you got to have NIL money. And that's an issue for Arkansas compared to other SEC teams. And we see it in recruiting. We see it in the portal. Players choose to go somewhere else. Take, for example, one of Arkansas's best offensive lineman commitments, decommitted, signed with Texas Tech. We all know why that happened. If you want better players in here, you got to get a better NIL fund.
There's no doubt.
All right, one more. Rebecca says, Andrew is a smart man. Stop it, Rebecca. Quit kissing up to him. He's not giving you anything free to walk-ons. Y'all have walk-ons in Hot Springs?
We're looking.
See, that's what Rebecca's angling. She knew you were looking, and she's like, maybe I can get a gift card out of Andrew by calling him a smart man. She's a Chiefs fan, and she says home field advantage will prevail.
Rebecca, I like how you think.
All right, one more time. Let's talk about walk-ons and what you have going on this weekend for everybody coming up here or listening in Northwest Arkansas in Rogers and Fayetteville.
That's right. So Rogers Fayetteville will be opening at 9 a.m. for a special breakfast brunch menu. Consists of breakfast burritos, breakfast sliders, French toast plates, fruit cups, all the things. $3 mimosas, $5 Bloody Marys. Rogers and Fayetteville only. Now the rest of the locations, Fayetteville, Conway, Little Rock, Texarkana, all opening at 10. The full menu will be available at all, but Rogers and Fayetteville, 9 a.m., breakfast brunch menu, and then we have our game day shareable plates. New starting lineup that we have: a sampler platter, cheeseburger sliders, boneless wings, hand-rolled cheese logs, new classic chicken nachos, buffalo chicken nachos, boudin queso, player's punch, strawberry mule, and that hog wild that you said you were going to take a sip of, and I think you've taken down the majority. We were going to share it with everybody, and Randy took the strawberry mule, and you took the hog wild. So
I like Red Bull.
There you go. There you go.
Andrew, thanks. I hear the music. We got to go. The Little Rock people are arriving. Walk-Ons is the place to be. If you're headed up this way, stop on by. It's off Weddington in Fayetteville. It's Walk-Ons. Thanks. Andrew, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be back at
Big savings are rolling now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the $7,500 EV tax credit before September 30th. Drive a 2026